Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat pagi kepada para panel dan peserta. Bersyukur kita kehadrat Ilahi kerana dengan limpah nikmat dan kurnianya kita dapat bersua dalam satu program kesedaraan jururawat pelajar tahun 1 program kejururawatan Fakulti Perubatan Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Selamat datang saya ucapkan ke program webinar dan forum jururawat Persepsi dan Cabaran, apa yang anda perlu tahu. Untuk memastikan program webinar ini berjalan dengan lancar, anda dinasihatkan untuk memastikan mikrofon tidak dibuka sepanjang program berlangsung. Jika peserta mempunyai sebarang soalan untuk ditujukan kepada panel selepas selesai sesi forum dan webinar, peserta boleh mengutarakan soalan tersebut di ruangan komen di Facebook Live dan Zoom. Sila pastikan anda mengisi borang pendaftaran melalui kod QR atau di pautan yang akan dibuka sebelum webinar bermula daripada pukul 8.30 pagi sehingga 9 pagi. Kepada peserta yang berminat untuk memenangi hadiah menarik, anda boleh turut serta menjawab 3 soalan ringkas yang akan diberikan melalui kod QR dan pautan sebelum sesi forum bermula. Hadiah hanya terhad kepada 10 peserta dengan jawapan yang paling menarik. Google Form ini akan dibuka sehingga pukul 4 petang sahaja. Di akhir program ini, peserta diingatkan untuk mengisi maklumat diri dan melengkapkan borang maklum balas program melalui Google Form untuk tujuan mendapatkan e-sijil. Bagi memuliakan lagi program ini, saya menjemput saudara Muhammad Asri bin Zainuddin untuk memulakan bacaan doa. Majlis mempersilakan.
Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajmain. Allahumma innaka khalaqul azim, innaka samiun alim, innaka ghafurur rahim, innaka rabbul arsyil azim, innaka barul jawadul karim. Ya Allah, Engkaulah yang mempunyai segala kepujian. Engkaulah yang berhak menerima segala kepujian. Engkaulah yang berhak menerima segala kesyukuran. Engkaulah yang memiliki segala pemerintahan. Di tangan Engkau segala kebajikan. Kepada Engkaulah kembali segala urusan. Allahumma ya karimu ya rahim. Syukurilah rahmat dan rahimmu ke atas majlis webinar dan forum kejururawatan yang bertemakan di angsam hero yang dianjurkan oleh pelajar tahun 1 ijazah sarjana muda kejururawatan Fakulti Perubatan Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia UKM. Berkatilah ia dari awal hingga akhir. Ya fa'alu lima yurid. Kami juga memohon perlindungan daripadamu dari segala perkara yang boleh mencacat celakan majlis kami dan daripada perkara yang boleh melarikan kami daripada membuat taat padamu. Padamu juga kami serahkan segala urusan. Rabbana alaika tawakkalna wa alaika anabna wa ilaikal masir. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Walhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Amin, amin, amin ya Rabbal Alamin. Terima kasih saudara Asri. Seterusnya, dengan berbesar hati, saya mempersilakan saudari Fatin Nurul Ain binti Norman selaku pengarah bagi program webinar ini untuk memberikan sepatah dua kata.
Terima kasih kepada saudari Fatimah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera kepada hadirin sekalian. Bersyukur kita kepada Allah kerana memberi kesempatan untuk kita bersama-sama berkumpul pada pagi ini bagi menjayakan program webinar bertajuk Jururawat, Persepsi dan Cabaran, apa yang anda perlu tahu. Tema yang kami bawakan adalah tema The Unsung Hero. Kita patut berasa bertuah kerana hari ini kita dapat bertemu dengan barisan para panel yang sangat hebat, iaitu Profesor Dr. Hamidah binti Hassan, Dr. Azwar binti Syamsuddin dan Cik Angeline, anak perempuan Koranda Sami. Saya ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada panel-panel serta peserta yang sudi menghadirkan diri pada program hari ini. Program ini tidak dapat direalisasikan tanpa sokongan daripada pihak yang sudi. Hadirin yang dirahmati sekalian, tujuan kami menjayakan program ini adalah untuk meningkatkan lagi kemahiran dan kefahaman dalam bidang kejururawatan di kalangan pelajar-pelajar dalam pelbagai peringkat pendidikan, terutamanya pelajar universiti, program asasi, matrikulasi dan peringkat menengah. Besarlah harapan saya agar program ini mampu memberi manfaat kepada semua pihak dan meningkatkan lagi kefahaman terhadap bidang kejururawatan dalam kalangan kita, khususnya para pelajar. Semoga program ini dapat berjalan dengan lancar dan matlamat program dapat dicapai. Akhir kata, saya sekali lagi ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan jutaan terima kasih kepada para pelajar dan juga semua peserta pelbagai latar belakang yang sudi menghadirkan diri pada program ini. Saya juga ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada pihak yang terlibat secara langsung ataupun tidak langsung dalam menjayakan program hari ini. Sekian, terima kasih.
Terima kasih Saudari Ain terhadap ucapan beliau. Sekali lagi saya ucapkan selamat pagi dan selamat datang kepada para jemputan yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Hamidah binti Hassan, yang berbahagia Dr. Azwar binti Syamsuddin, yang dikasihi Cik Angelin anak perempuan Korandasami, serta para peserta program webinar yang bertajuk Jururawat, Persepsi dan Cabaran, apa yang anda perlu tahu. Terlebih dahulu izinkan saya untuk memperkenalkan diri. Saya Fatimah binti Rahman, pelajar kejururawatan tahun 1 di Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia dan juga merupakan moderator anda untuk program pagi ini. Terdapat pelbagai sesi yang menarik yang dirancang untuk anda semua, jadi tanpa membuang masa, ayuh kita mulakan dengan sesi yang pertama. Sebelum memulakan program, ingin saya utarakan objektif utama program ini. Kami ingin membincangkan isu dan cabaran berkaitan bidang kejururawatan dari segi sosial, kesihatan dan persekitaran. Di samping itu, kami juga ingin menarik perhatian dan minat pelajar serta masyarakat terhadap bidang kejururawatan itu sendiri. Untuk pengetahuan semua, tema program ini adalah The Unsung Hero. Tema ini menyifatkan jururawat sebagai tulang belakang sektor kesihatan negara dan diibaratkan sebagai wira yang tidak didendang. Webinar ini akan membincangkan tentang cabaran seorang jururawat dalam bidang pekerjaannya, cabaran terhadap diri sendiri dan cabaran terhadap persekitaran. Untuk sesi pagi ini, kami telah menjemput 3 orang panel yang berpengalaman dan berpengetahuan luas dalam bidang ini, iaitu yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Hamidah binti Hassan, yang berbahagia Dr. Azwar binti Syamsuddin dan Cik Angelin anak perempuan Korandasami. Sebelum ke agenda seterusnya, izinkan saya untuk memperkenalkan ahli-ahli panel tersebut. Panel yang pertama yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Hamidah binti Hassan. Beliau merupakan Ketua Jabatan di Jabatan Kejururawatan Fakulti Perubatan dan Sains Kesihatan Universiti Malaysia Sabah UMS dan juga Ahli Senat UMS. Beliau memulakan kerjanya sebagai tenaga pengajar di Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia pada tahun 1993 dan menamatkan PhD beliau pada tahun 2009. Beliau juga memegang beberapa jawatan penting dalam bidang akademik seperti memegang jawatan Dekan Sekolah Kejururawatan KPJ Healthcare University College Nilai Negeri 9, pengurusi Task Force Malaysia Kejururawatan Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi Malaysia, dan pengurusi Majlis Kejururawatan Malaysia di Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi Malaysia. Sepanjang kerjaya beliau pernah menerima beberapa anugerah kecemerlangan. Antara anugerah yang tidak beliau jangkakan adalah anugerah kecemerlangan antarabangsa daripada Kementerian Pendidikan Australia pada tahun 2010. Anugerah pencapaian antarabangsa ini membolehkan beliau untuk menyambung perjalanan sebagai tenaga pengajar dan menyambung pengajian di peringkat PhD di University of Adelaide, South Australia. Pada tahun 2012, beliau telah dilantik sebagai perunding di United Nations IAEA Vienna, Austria. Semangat beliau dalam pengajiannya adalah untuk melaporkan setiap kajian yang dilakukan oleh negara-negara di bawah United Nations. Profesor Dr. Hamidah Hassan telah berada di arena akademik selama lebih daripada 28 tahun. Beliau amat berhutang budi dengan 6 institut universiti dan organisasi dunia yang mengajar tentang selok-belok dunia akademik, iaitu Flinders University of South Australia, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, Monash University of Australia, University of Adelaide, Australia, KPJ Healthcare University College Malaysia, Universiti Malaysia Sabah, dan United Nations IAEA Vienna, Austria. Panel yang kedua yang berbahagia Dr. Azwa binti Syamsuddin. Beliau berjaya menamatkan pengajiannya pada peringkat ijazah sarjana muda kejururawatan di Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia pada tahun 2010. Masters dalam Clinical Nursing di King's College London pada tahun 2015 dan PhD in Nursing Studies di University of Edinburgh, Scotland pada tahun 2020. Dr. Azwa juga merupakan Associate Fellow untuk United Kingdom's Higher Education Academy, jururawat terlatih di Malaysia dan United Kingdom, Research Fellow di University Edinburgh dan bakal menjadi pensyarah di University Hull pada Ogos 2021. Seorang lagi ahli panel yang dikasihi, Cik Angelin, anak perempuan Koranda Sami. Beliau melanjutkan pelajaran di peringkat diploma dalam bidang kejururawatan di Kolej Mahsa pada tahun 2005 sehingga 2008. Manakala pada tahun 2008 sehingga 2012, beliau menjadi jururawat terlatih dengan grade 2 U29 di Hospital Permai dan pada tahun 2012, beliau melanjutkan perkhidmatannya di Hospital Raja Permaisuri Bainun di Ipoh Perak sehingga kini. Pada tahun 2015 hingga 2016 pula, beliau telah melanjutkan pelajarannya dalam program lanjutan kejururawatan dalam bidang perubatan ortopedik di peringkat diploma. Cik Angelin juga telah berkhidmat sebagai jururawat selama 13 tahun. Dengan itu, saya menjemput Yang Berbahagia Profesor Dr. Hamidah binti Hassan untuk memulakan perkongsian tentang cabaran dalam bidang kejururawatan berdasarkan pengalamannya Profesor sedia ada. Majlis dengan segala hormatnya mempersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terlebih dahulu saya ingin mengucapkan berbanyak terima kasih pada Dr. Roshaya kerana menjemput saya ya untuk sesi webinar ini, dan juga Cik Faradina, dialah penghubung cara untuk sampai saya ke hari ini ya, ke tahap ini. And terlebih dahulu saya nak minta maaf, slide saya akan bercampur aduk kerana dalam masa yang sama saya buat kerja saya, dalam masa yang sama saya develop this slides. Jadi nampak macam saya tak serius about this slide, but I do. Cumanya kita santai-santai je lah ya hari Sabtu ni. Not so hard science, you know. I'm not going to pressure you, and I just want you to listen to the journey that we went through. Not me, it's about nursing. Well, masa mula-mula saya dengar lagu lagu apa ya, lagu dendangan tadi, lagu UKM. What do you call it? Apa you panggil lagu UKM tu? Sudah lupa saya. Universiti kita. Saya menitis air mata kerana saya bermula dengan UKM sehinggalah saya what am I pada hari ini. Jadi saya sangat terhutang budi kepada UKM sejak 1993 hingga 2012. Ini bermakna almost 20 years I was with UKM. Anyway, thank you UKM so much for developing me. So the moment I developed these slides, saya banyak berhubung dengan Faradina, Cik Faradina. Banyak persoalan yang saya tanya dia before I started these slides. Dan perbualan kami bagi saya peluang bagaimana nak develop these slides, sebab ini adalah pelajar kejururawatan probably ya tahun pertama, you know, kalau saya bagi hard sign about nursing, awak semua akan lari. So I think it's going to be fun, I thought. Dan you akan sebanyak sedikit akan belajar the perjalanan kejururawatan di Malaysia. So with that, thank you. Let us start. You know, I was given the topic on persepsi and cabaran dalam kejururawatan. Persepsi, cabaran dalam kejururawatan. Apa yang anda perlu tahu? So I focus in this topic ya, supaya saya tidak lari daripada banyak perkara-perkara dalam kejururawatan yang sepatutnya awak perlu tahu. Cuma awak memohon persepsi dan cabaran. Okay, let's go. Ini bermula dengan perbualan saya dengan Head of Program Exco ya, Miss Faradina. Saya tanya, awak siapa Farah? She said, I'm a Head of Program Exco. Okay. The first thing that I asked her, who are your participants for this webinar? She told me, we have invited university students, IPTA, IPTS, diploma, degree, high school, matric, and foundation. Wow, I was thinking, these are the time I should lobby about the nursing program. Yeah, not only the high IPTA and IPTS, the diploma, degree, it's also from matric and foundation. I think this is a good strategy for me to penetrate the future nurses to be in this profession, yeah. Then saya tanya, then I should not talk so much about the challenges. Nanti semua pelajar lari, tak mau dengar, tak mau jadi jururawat. This is what I wrote to her. Look at her, what she answered me. Next slide, please. She told me, maybe Prof boleh lah share challenges yang buatkan orang tak pandang rendah pada nurse. She said, sorry Farah, I have to quote what you have said in order for me to start this this session ya. So saya tanya dia lagi, saya provoke her. Kenapa you choose nursing then as your future career? I asked her. So she took 11 minutes to answer me. I have been waiting for her 11 minutes to it is a long time, okay? She did not answer me spontaneously. So let's see what she said. She said terpengaruh. So terpengaruh awak tinggi, siapa yang mempengaruhi si Farah ni ya? Again, I want to dig from her. Nyesal, saya tanya. Bukan nyesal, Prof, she said. Seronok, okay. Tapi yang tak seronoknya bila menjawab exam. So I got so many clues from here. From this short conversation, I developed the slides. Okay, next. So I get her clue. She said supaya orang tak pandang rendah pada nurse. This is the unsung heroes, I thought. Yeah. Okay, my perception, I don't think so. Farah and the team and the rest of the participants of this webinar, I don't think so. Probably during my time, but not now. Okay, let's see. Therefore, I revert Farah's perception. Supaya orang pandang rendah, I revert it. Orang pandang tinggi sebenarnya pada jururawat. Yeah, no, not yet. Because I think kalau kita nak orang pandang tinggi pada kita, we must give them a respect. To get it, you must give it. Because respect is treating other people like the way you want to be treated. This is just a perception. I mean, to answer Farah's perception. Yeah, this slide is only to answer her perception. The main thing is about respect. I can see the word respect from those days when I was a nurse in the early 90s. I think you was not even created in this world, but I've been there already in nursing. I think I can see the concept of respect. Yeah. Carried the nurses away along from the early 20th century until this late 21st century. So I can see the word respect, the nurses has been learned through it. So this is what the nurses are now. Nursing is already well respected because the nurses respect the profession. Yeah. So next. For your information, I would like to quote this. This is the world rank about the trusted profession. Yeah, although it happened in America, but it has been there. Mau tak mau ia terpalit juga dengan nurses all over the world. 19 years in a row, 19 tahun dalam satu stretch yang tidak pernah ada gap in between the 19 years. The 2020 poll, poll mean is undian, revealed that 89% of the Americans rated nurses' honesty, ethical standard high and very high, coming into even higher than last year. The record was the most honest and ethical profession. I should congratulate my profession. So it is going to be your profession, your future profession. You're not yet a nurse, but it's going to be yours. We hope that it will maintain, sustain all over the world. Semua orang percaya pada kita sebenarnya. Walaupun pada masa itu, mereka agak melihat kita adalah unsung hero, but they really trust nursing as a profession yang boleh dipercayai di seluruh dunia. Next. How come we obtain such a high rank? What are the factors behind the excellence? Next. I think because of our care given. I think I cannot see the slide because some of the photos is obstructing my slide, you see. Can you move it to the left a bit? Farah, can you ask somebody to move the slide a bit or what? Because I cannot see. All right, okay. Now, because of the caregiver, I thought the nurses provide guidance by answering questions. We answer patients' questions. We answer relatives' questions. We answer the doctor's questions. We answer the other healthcare professional questions, all pertaining to their problem and our daily tasks. And we explain and to properly use how to drug and things like that. We are the one who is really the direct contact. Orang pertengahan, orang media, dan whatever you can say in a healthcare system, we are the one. Yeah, next. Because probably we are well respected, nurses have consistently proven that they are resilient, selfless, tak pernah rasa letih, compassionate, sangat penyayang, risking their health. Why not? During the COVID, who will risk their life? Nurses. And safety for the common good, for the sake, for the health of the population, for the health of the nation. Nurses are the one undoubtedly deserving the public unwavering trust. Maknanya kita tak patutlah kalau public still memandang rendah pada kita. We are the one who take care of their family, their husband, their children, their mother, their father when they are sick. They don't even take care of their parents when they are sick. We are the one once the patient is admitted to the hospital. So it is not fair for us to be called unsung or not well respected. Yes. Okay, let's go move on. Well, probably because everything that we do in nursing is for the safety of patient, nothing else. Even at this webinar, indirectly, I'm talking to you. It is all at the end of the day. It's all about talking about the safety of the patient. I can understand. I mean, you will experience it when your teacher, when your lecturer taught you about serving the medication. Sampai ada 11R, ada 12R, 10R, 5R. All these are the things that they keep the principle of care just to make sure the patient are safe. Even in asepsis technique, you can see the color, the green, the red. These are all the principles that you have to learn in order to make the patient safety. Yeah, and you talk about body mechanic. Sampai you nak berdiri, nak bongkok, nak bengkok, also you have to learn from your lecturers. This is the principle to make the patient safe. And even you want to talk to the patient, you have to squat down if possible, because this is the one that make the patient safe, make the environment safe. And even when you talk to your patient, we teach you how to have a therapeutic communication. So to make patients safe, you see. Therefore, everything that we do in healthcare, in our profession, nursing especially, is about safety. So therefore, they have a World Safety Day for patients. That is every 17th September. So let us celebrate this, because this is our niche. We are talking about the safety. I think for that reason, I think people should not look low on us. We are taking care of you, ma'am. We are not talking about you. We are taking care about you. Okay. So budi yang dibagi mesti balas dengan yang baik. Okay. Next. Probably we should not be looking low, because every nurses should go through this pledge. You know, this is a pledge of a noble profession. As a reminder for us, I have translated in a direct translation. It sounds so odd, but anyway, I think this is very good, because every time when you are qualified upon graduation, you akan ambil pledge ini. I'm not sure whether UKM will carry out the same tradition or not, but most university, most institution, before the student leave to the real workplace to become a nurse, a registered nurse, they will have taken this solemn, you know, this pledge. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of the assembly to pass my life in purity and to participate my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever deleterious and mischievous, and will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. This actually was written by Florence Nightingale and has been carried almost 200 years. We still use this pledge. Say, I will do all my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession. She talked about the safety, she talked about the profession, and withhold in confidence all personal matter. It is about safety also. We cannot reveal patients' personal matter. So we will go on, yeah, and on. This is the thing that I think yang mengingatkan kita, we should not do harm. All we are talking about safety about the patient. So therefore, for that reason, setiap jururawat faham ni, dan kita tidak melakukan perkara yang sewenang-wenangnya. We have injection with us. We have drugs with us. We know what to do with the patient, whether to kill or not to kill, actually. But we don't. We don't do that. So this is what you are supposed to say, that they should not look low on us. Okay, next. So this is in bahasa Malaysia. Looks so odd, but nanti saya bacakan sikit ya. Saya dengan sepenuh hati berjanji di hadapan Tuhan dan di hadapan perhimpunan ini untuk menjalani hidup saya dengan suci. I don't know what is, ya, dan menjalankan profession dengan setia. I hope Faradina and the team lepas ni adjust this pledge and keep it to yourself and pledge it before you leave UKM after 4 years of your course, ya. Saya akan berusaha sekuat tenaga untuk mengekalkan dan meningkatkan taraf profession saya. This one I like the version, yeah, the verse, and so on and on and on. You can have it, yeah, right. Next. I think they should not look low upon. This is the thing that I want to show you. You know how noble is the profession, that people should not look low upon us, yeah. Being a nurse means to hold all your tears and start drawing smile on people's face. This is the most difficult one, but I want to show you the example, you know, how noble we are, you know, that we should not be looked low upon. So this study was done last year on just before the COVID, you know. We did a study on 137 students, I think, UMS student. We are looking at the burnout and turnover. There's so many studies done on this burnout and turnover, but we did it, you know. We found it behind the noble intention in pursuing the Diploma of Nursing program in a Malaysian institution of higher learning. So I lead the team, a small study. So we got the result. I want to discuss a bit about your result, the result about how noble is profession, and people should not look low on us. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what is the result. Okay, let me read all through, yeah, the discussion. Students in this study, 62% were from the low-income families. I don't want to reveal that to you all, but this is what happened in Sabah, you know. About 62% they are from B40, you know. We asked them if they had ever felt like leaving the program. 65.4 said no. We thought that the reluctancy to leave the program could be due to the low income group. Okay, fine. And then after that, we asked them again about the burnout. Yes, they do. They had experienced burnout due to their exhaustion. 98 mereka merasa sangat lethargi and letih they were flouting. Flouting means breaking down, yeah, due to the study and working with people all day long. Demanded a great deal of an effort during the clinical posting, especially. It's really tiring and really testing you, you know. However, 100% expressed their gratefulness. They were able to create a peaceful atmosphere for patients and friends. Look at this. When I read this, I feel so sad. I feel tears rolling down my eyes. Yeah, they said pursuing the program despite of the hardship and glitches, kesusahan, worth the fight for upcoming career. They told me. Okay. Conclusion, maksudnya the hardship of life do not prevent students from continuing their studies, but rather they became more noble and successfully demonstrated good attitudes to be a nurse. So I felt really, we published this paper. So saya pun news UMS dapat sikit credit lah ya. It seems the conclusion said the nursing institution of this study is capable of transforming the deprived society into good being. We are able to train this anak-anak yang dalam kesempitan hidup ya into a good being, to be a nurse. So I think there's no reason why we should be called unsung hero, or there's no reason why we should be looking low upon. Okay, next. Probably the answer in why they should not look low on us, it is the COVID. COVID give a blessing to the nursing profession. In 2020 will be forever be the year of us. A look back on how pandemic has impacted nursing. Kalau kita nak tengok ya, more than 3 million of people in the world has contracted COVID-19, yeah, with approximately 1/3 of the cases are being in one of the wealthiest, powerful, and most advanced countries. Most advanced country is US. US yang sangat advanced pun affected by the COVID. Tak boleh lari. So who handle this case? Who handle the situation? Who handle the pandemic? It's the nurses. I know there are other healthcare providers, but majority, 24 hours, are the nurses. Yeah, they should not look low on us. Okay, next, Farah and the team. Well, thank you, COVID-19. Thank you so much for glorifying the nursing profession after 150 years kita di dalam polarity yang sangat rendah. 150 tahun yang lepas kita sangat rendah. Kerana COVID lah kita bangun dan the whole world is looking at us. Thank you, nurse. Is it? Now, nursing is not just evaluating patient symptoms, dressing the wound, doing the lab work, or whatever we are supposed to do traditionally. But the COVID gives the impact on our profession to the world. We are in the weakest place, in our most vulnerable area. Kita berada di dalam suasana COVID ini, kita adalah tempat yang paling weakest, maknanya orang yang paling takut sekali untuk datang. Nobody wants to come to that area. Let's say you call COVID hospital. Lalu pun tak nak. People are so scared to get infected. The dying is there, the hurt is there, the emotional, low emotional is there. All kinds of people, kind of patient yang contracted with COVID. We are the one who have been given the privilege to walk in this space and provide a comforting hand, a compassionate touch, and a life-changing presence. Maknanya, kitalah orang yang diberi kebenaran. We have the opportunity to do the best of our profession to the critical kind of situation, the patient and the whole world. We are the one who move in. Walaupun kita merasa takut, you can see the picture as very, very significant. Ya, mereka berdoa dalam masa yang sama mereka takut, tapi mereka teruskan juga profession ini. Kerana mereka harus lakukan, kerana mereka telah bersumpah, kerana mereka telah dijadikan Allah, itulah profession mereka. Dan they are doing fine. You see? Next. Ini saya terjemahkan dalam bahasa Melayu, no need to terjemah lagi. Yeah. In whatever situation, the COVID-19 pandemic scares the whole world. We are forced to stay at home in order to avoid the infection. But nurses remain at the forefront to fight against the epidemic for you, for me, and for the rest of the world. They still said, we can do this. Rata-rata, this is the pledge of the nurses. So, kalaulah still people look low on us, I think they are not human. Yeah, they are just inhuman. Okay, next. Because of the COVID, lot of thanking messages we receive. The whole world, the whole nursing in the world merasakan impact itu. They no longer look down on nurses in this 21st century. They keep on thanking you. They keep on saying that you are a hero and you are the forefront. Thank you and so much. You can see that. Sedikit sebanyak saya pun terpalit juga indirectly because I'm a nurse. I still move on, training, talking, advising to the profession. Next. Yes, this is the vision of nursing in 2020. In 1870, Florence Nightingale have said, that was about 150 years ago. When you calculate and added it becomes 2 in the year of 2020. She said, it will take 150 years for the world to see the kind of nursing I envision. Inilah dia yang dia envisionkan, ya. Florence Nightingale. The nurses are moving forward. The nurses are not the scary type of people. The nurses are the kind that people should be respected. This is the one. Selepas 1.5 kurun, baru rahsia kita terbuka bahawasanya we should not be looked low upon. Yep. Because of the COVID. Allah jadikan COVID untuk menaikkan martabat kejururawatan. Next. Tidak pernah berlaku di dalam negara kita, ya. Never it happened. Agung Raja Permaisuri zahirkan ucapan Selamat Hari Jururawat pada 12 Mei 2020. Jururawat adalah aset yang sangat penting bagi Kementerian Kesihatan dan negara. Syabas dan terima kasih atas perkhidmatan kesihatan dan jasa khidmat kepada rakyat. Well, this is a big acknowledgement, satu penghargaan yang sangat besar kepada kejururawatan, kepada saya, kepada rakan-rakan saya, kepada profesion saya dan kepada anda sekalian yang menjadi jururawat yang akan datang, ya. Next. Tak cukup, Agung, Perdana Menteri, jururawat adalah wirawati negara bernama 12 Mei 2020. Pengorbanan yang dilakukan oleh jururawat ketika negara sedang berhadapan dengan wabak COVID-19 adalah satu tindakan yang terpuji mengikut Perdana Menteri. Jururawat sebagai wira dan wirawati negara. Tidak ramai rakyat Malaysia yang memiliki kecekalan dan kesabaran seperti mereka untuk berhadapan dengan situasi kerja yang begitu mencabar dan berisiko tinggi. Tetapi pada tahun ini sambutan Hari Jururawat sedunia menjadi lebih bermakna bukan sahaja buat Malaysia tetapi seluruh dunia. Yeah, this is really a compliment to all the nurses after 150 years. Okay, next. Yes, this is. Can you play the video? This is even higher.
Today is International Nurses Day, a time to celebrate nurses who are the backbone of every health system, whether it's performing essential services or responding to a crisis. We celebrate them today, but we depend on them every day. Nurses are on the front lines of the COVID-19 response, from community clinics to intensive care units in hospitals. Today, we must take time to honor the nurses and all health workers who have lost their lives during the COVID-19 pandemic. Earlier this year, we launched WHO's first State of the World's Nursing Report. The report shows the world is facing a global shortage of 6 million nurses to achieve and sustain universal health coverage, especially in low and middle income countries. We need to support these countries to expand nursing education and create nursing jobs. Then all countries of all income levels must ensure occupational safety and health for their nurses. Beyond PPE and physical safety, nurses and all healthcare workers deserve timely pay, sick leave, health insurance, and mental health support. Nurses must be properly valued and represented in health leadership roles, where they can work to guide health policy and investment. To all nurses everywhere, thank you.
Yes.
Today is International.
Yeah. Before we go to the next, I also want to explain, reveal to you about my past internationally, just to bring your semangat, ya, sebenarnya. I'm a nurse. I'm a midwife. I use my ticket midwife. Saya tidak pergi berperang, tapi selepas peperangan antara Amerika dan Afghanistan, saya membawa dengan ilmu yang apa yang ada kepada saya di Afghanistan. We went to Kabul and so forth. You know, these are the things that the nurses are doing. And we went to the earthquake in Pakistan, and we also went for tsunami. These are the things that people don't do, you know, that nurses do. I know, especially, of course, the other healthcare providers. But nurses are the forefront. They are the frontliners of all these incidents. So you should be thankful to be a future nurse. You will have a lot of things in this world to help the people and the nation. So I think you should not regret to be a nurse, Farah, and you should be moving forward. Because nursing now, in this nursing in this 21st century, they are becoming more prominent around the world. Yeah, of course, Bachelor of Nursing, it is an essential now. The field of nursing is slowly now growing in great demand. Let us see for the next slide. Nurses will continue to be in high demand. Believe me, maybe I will finish my profession in these few years' times, probably another 1 or 2 years' time, right? You will take up our place. By that time, the demand is still there. We need more family nurses, basically, to face a lot of public health nurses, to face all this pandemic and epidemics, yeah? The nurses will enroll, many nurses will take up online programs, and they need to pursue the higher degree. I will tell you why. Then we can see that there's a prediction, more men will enter nursing field. More geriatric specialists in nursing is needed. More nurses will choose to specialize area. And I advise you all, general bachelor is not enough. You have to go for specialization. You know, more holistic care will be common in the future, because robot will take place in the future. But where do you go? Where is your platform for you as a nurse? It is a holistic care. So we'll come back. This holistic care will come really in place in the future. Compassion, fatigue, awareness will grow. Yeah, you will be very tired. Yeah, we need nurses because of the global health issue. We need bilingual nurses, more than one language. You will be mobile, probably. You will work in Japan. You will work in Saudi and things like that. You know, and a lot of technology is coming in rise now. I think you know, and I know. I don't know, not much as you do. You see, nurses we have a technology savvy. Most of the time, this is what is going to happen probably towards 2050. Inshallah, we can see that if I'm still alive, I think we'll see the fun that you are going to create. Okay. Next. Ya, contohnya sekarang ya, this is the real. Siapa yang ada PhD boleh memohon untuk jadi jururawat di Hospital Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia dan Fakulti Perubatan Universiti Kebangsaan, not Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, University Malaysia Sabah. You see, UKM still di hati saya. Okay, these are the things that in the future they're not looking anymore. Nurses yang I should say bachelor diploma is not more relevant at that time. So in the future you are becoming more and more higher in academic. Yeah. So nobody can look low on us. Yeah. Okay. If we get back with the following perception, I still quote Farah's punya word, supaya orang tak pandang rendah pada nurse. I quote back ya, Farah, don't get me wrong ya. So saya terfikir juga, mengapa ya setelah apa yang kita lakukan ini, people still think that, oh nurse, oh you are a nurse, oh gitu ya. No, mengapa masih ada yang di antara kita yang merasakan sedemikian? Why should they think like that? If Farah can voice it out, I think the rest also has voiced it out. Pandang rendah ya, dia melihat, oh jururawat begitu ya. Why should they do that to us ya? So saya start berfikir, kenapa masih ada lagi dalam kurun masa yang ke-21. So I start to think, among the reason probably ya, we are far behind in terms of nursing education. Let us see this little statistic. Ya, number one, nursing education in university. Pengajian kejururawatan ini diletakkan di tahap yang tinggi di dalam universiti di Amerika in 1910, in 1910. Di Malaysia baru tahun 1992. Maknanya kita terkebelakang daripada US 80 tahun. Okay, that's it. Probably because of that people look low on us. So, number dua, the first nurse with full professor. Also in 1910 in US, kita baru 2016. I am the second full professor in Malaysia selepas 110 tahun. Almost, you see, satu kurun kita terkebelakang full professor. Full professor means is the highest achievement of a profession, yeah, because to get the full professor is not easy. It's never easy, especially in a public universities. Yeah. Number tiga, masters program. In US they started in 1956. Master mean pakar, Kalau pakar, doktor tu pakar telinga, kita ada jururawat pakar telinga juga. Kalau doktor tu ada pakar kuku, kita pun should ada nurse pakar kuku, specialist. Specialize in area, maknanya mastery. Kita terkebelakang 60 tahun. Okay. Look at the PhD nursing. In 1930, mereka sudah ada PhD. Kita baru 1998, 68 tahun ke belakang kita ketinggalan untuk PhD. Meaning that the nursing education has been put in the higher learning in America as early as kurun masa yang ke-20. Kita dah nak habis kurun masa yang ke-20, baru kita 1992. Baru kita nak masukkan nursing ini ke higher institution. All this while, the nursing education has been put under hospital base. Kita cukup dengan 3 kredit pada masa itu, 3 kredit SPM ataupun MC untuk menjadi seorang jururawat. Come on, we are looking after the patient. We are looking after the internal organ of the patients. Kita tak tahu apa yang berlaku kepada jantung dia. Kita tidak tahu apa yang berlaku kepada paru-paru dia. With 3 credit in SPM, I think it's a bit difficult to take up this task, to take up this job. Therefore, the government increased to 5 credit in SPM to be a nurse in a diploma. Still, it doesn't make a difference. But in the early 1992, UM started first. UM said, come on, we have to have a good nurse with a good background. The better the intake, the better will be the patient outcome. So we started in 1992 in University Malaya with the bachelor program. Thank you to University Malaya. Yeah. What happened in 1952? The training started in Malaysia at that time, and the nursing training, the formal training became formalized using a curriculum, pinjam curriculum daripada GNC. Maybe Dr. Azwa knows about GNC, General Nursing Council from the United Kingdom at that time in 1952. We developed our own curriculum very late, much late in the university. I think at the pengajian tinggi, it's only 1992 we have started. It's a long way. You know, for that reason, we thought that this is the reason why people look low on us. Probably not. But nevertheless, the nurses with the diploma, they are very highly skilled. Mind you, don't look low upon them. They are so skillful nurses. Yeah, after 5 years, they shine. They can function in all over the place. Except we need them to enhance their academic performance through Bachelor of Nursing. Therefore, now they're coming back, you know, they're coming back to continue their study. And 80% of the practices is a 3 years program and 4 months at that time, yeah, which we think that is not sufficient, because the first 3 years will be, the first 2 years program will be about the basic fundamental of nursing. You know, the year 3 we go into specialization, and the year 4 we should enhance this student in terms of professionalism, research, and evidence-based things like that. So that make up the whole program of bachelor in our country. I think now we are slowly, everybody now slowly looking at this prospect that nursing is not like those days, my time. Okay, next. So for that, we salute the American, mostly the American nursing. Yeah, they have written 30 at that time, 30 most famous in the history. They documented it. You see, let us go through fast. Yeah, Mata Balad 1734-1982. She's expert in herbal medicine at that time and remedial kind of things. Yeah, for the birthing mother. Yeah, next. Dorothy Dix. He's a mental health nurses. They started already in 1802 to 1887. Yeah. Next. Florence Nightingale. Until now, we are the followers. We are the who envy most of what she's doing. Yeah. The founder of modern nursing. This is in 1910. She died in 1910. Next. Linda Richard. I think she's the first one to become PhD. Yeah, Linda Richard. Next. 1930. In 1846 to 1926, this is a maternity. She opened Elizabeth Grace Nail. She opened the maternity hospital. Next, we go fast because so many. Margaret Sanger. Yeah, she's talk about women's health and reproductive system and contraception. Terlalu awal mereka talk about specialization in nursing. Yeah, next. Yeah, Virginia Henderson, you pakai 14 ADL of her theory until now. Yeah, it's a quite comprehensive theory. Okay, until now it's still usable. Next, Florence Eunice Blake. She is the nursing education. She said nursing education must start in higher learning, higher education, colleges or at minimum colleges, or not even if not university. It must be placed in colleges or university. This is already starting in 1907. Yeah, next. Yeah, she is famous for excuse me, organizing international nursing community dan sebagainya. She's more already now in the 90s. We can see they are more prominent. Yeah, the nurses in US. Next. Jacqueline Fawcett, yeah, expert in conceptual. They already start developing theories in 1941. You will learn, yeah, about their theory, and then at mastery you will learn how to apply their theory. At the PhD level, you will learn how to develop a theory. This is how it should go. Okay, next. Barbara Stilwell, she started a nursing practitioner. Not only you have to be working in a hospital, you should be working independently. They started already in 1946. Thousands and thousands, more than 200,000 nurse practitioners in US. Yeah, next. Mary Adelaide Nutting. She's the first professor in 1910. Yeah, kita 2016. So it's a long gap between American nurses and the Malaysian nurses. Okay, next. So we have the Muslim nurses, Rufaida al-Aslamia. I try to dig the history of this. I cannot get much from the internet. I cannot get much from the literatures. She was born during, she was involved in the nursing with Rasulullah at that time, yeah. But until then, we cannot get the real story. So therefore, I should stop until here because I cannot really get the story of Rufaida further, yeah. That is the reason why I think we have been looked low upon, because we started the formal education late and nothing was documented, right? So for you, the nurses for the future, you start looking at documentation. Is very, very important, a history, so that people will carry on your history. Americans started as early as Zaman Batu. You start menulis to document the history. Okay, next. So sambung lagi perbualan saya dengan Faradiana. Saya ambil lagi quote perkataan dia. Dia kata tak seronok bila menjawab soalan. I can understand. Now from here, from this slide onward, I'm looking at cabaran yang akan lalui. The previous slide, I'm talking about they should not look low upon us. We are not a profession that to be looked low upon. They should look high upon us. But now for yours, for your profession, you have so much of cabaran. I'm going to talk about the cabaran that you're going to look at. I can understand you, Farah, your grievances and your team and the future nurses. This is on this issue, the cabaran yang menanti di hadapan Anda. Next. It's documented. It's written by this 21st century by Sister Jacinta de Souza, wrote in February 2020. The Bachelor of Nursing Science degree has been chosen as the toughest degree among all the undergraduate college degree by Guinness Book of World Record on 18 May 2010. It has 64 university exams, 130 series exams, plus 174 assignments within 4 years, maximum 1,000 working days. All BSN nurses post this on your wall and be proud to be a BSN nurses degree holder. To you, to the participant, those who are holding this BSN degree, it is very tough, you know, from high school, dia datang masuk sini, it's a totally different environment, different knowledge, different curriculum that you have to adopt. You know, year 1, year 2, different curriculum, different syllabus. Yeah, it is really tough for you young future nurses. Really, nevertheless, I think it's worth the fight. Next. I can understand the challenges that you're going to face in the future. The new BSN graduate reported significantly high level of preparation. That means we are talking about evidence-based. You are no more, you are not going back to our time. You're going to talk about research skills. You're talking about teamwork. You're talking about collaboration. You're talking about coordination approach of learning. This is going to happen during your time. Your classroom outlook is different now. The component of, you look at this gambar, the component of classroom is going to be all digitalized. You respond with handphone. Your teacher is only concentrated on laptop. My teacher last time used blackboard and chalk, but no more. You're using audio, visual and things like that. Like you and me now, you see, I don't use anything. I just use my mouth and my computer. And the computer also use flash it from there, you see. So this is going to happen. These are the challenges. But I have no doubt about you, the new generation, the 21st generation. You are so skilled about Internet of Things. You are so skilled about all kinds of technologies. I'm not worried about that. Yes, okay. But we are talking about in the future, we are talking about global health. Never I heard about global health in the future, in my previous courses, in my previous years as a nurse. Never heard. But when I approach in the 21st century, people are talking about global health nursing, global health issue, global health diseases. And people are talking about nursing informatics. And people are talking a lot and so much about nursing leadership. And people are talking so much about the ethic. Last time kita buat ethic come and go kind of topic, but not now. You see, people are becoming more smarter and smarter. You have to know your ethic well. Okay, next.
Maaf Profesor Dr. Hamidah, terima kasih. Tapi kami perlu ingatkan daripada pihak penganjur untuk mempercepatkan sedikit presentation ke konklusi agar kami boleh proceed to the next slides. Thank you.
I can't hear you.
Pardon for the intrusion, but the pihak penganjur would like to remind Professor that we are constricted by time and we hope that
I have so much of slide, right? Never mind. And these are the future. They are going to build upon what we have done in the previous. Next, I go fast. And we are the healthcare providers. Kalau dulu people look low upon us, but now no, we are all partners and we work collaboratively with other healthcare providers. We are the same. Duduk sama rendah, berdiri sama tinggi. No more what you are thinking that nurses are lower than the other profession. No, no more. Next. So, I think cabaran yang seterusnya yang akan melalui adalah digital. No problem with you, but the pandemic, yeah, the pandemic prompt robot usage worldwide. Inshallah, robot akan datang. So where are you? You know, but don't worry, you are not at stake. You will be safe and fine. Yeah, these are the cabaran yang kamu akan lalui. Next. So for that, the nurses in the world, the whole world has been trying to develop a new framework for the 21st century of for the School of Nursing to practice. These are the suggested framework. You can discuss this with your lecturers in the future, looking at this framework in the future. Yeah, next. So nevertheless, whatever things to come within us, yeah, please don't forget our core values, our empathy, our therapeutic communication, our critical thinking, ethical consideration, our psychomotor, and our teaching and professionalism. Please don't forget this. Whatever things is happening, I think most school will teach you this, all this. Yeah. Next. So nasihat saya. This is my last bit of my slides. Yeah, my slides. My nasihat saya after the conversation with Farah and the seluruh pelajar. Yeah. Don't worry, you will make it. Even though cabaran after cabaran yang kamu akan lalui. Because success is not an accident, yeah. It is always your choice. Success means hard work, persistent, late night, must receive rejection, sacrifice, discipline, critique, doubt, failure, and risk. These are the things that you have to face. But you face it, you will face it. Next. Because cabaran datang seperti ombak, dia datang dengan pantas sekali dan pergi dengan long life. Before dia pergi, there ada cabaran will come. So I advise you. You can win a lot of things in life just by being the last one to give up, right? Next. I stumble and fall many times. If you don't believe me, you ask Dr. Roshaya. I fall many times, but I run faster, you know. I fall 7 times, but I wake up, I get up 8 times. So don't give up, even though you face a lot of challenges. The secret of success is we never give up, because great thing will happen. When we face a setback, don't ever step back. Make an effort to come back. That is the reason why when you all invited me to come, I make a comeback. You know, after almost 10 years, I make a comeback just for you, okay? Next. So if the moment you give up, you let someone else win. You don't want to be a nurse. There's so many people who want to be a nurse. KPG, I used to work in KPG. I still put, letaklah ya ingatan saya kepada mereka. Ministry of Health, Puerto Rico, Thailand, Africa, Philippines, Japan, UK, India, Australia, China, everybody, all there are many young people, they want to be a nurse. So don't give up. Next. Because I tell you, within 2000, if you give up, you'll miss this opportunity. I tell you the story. Between 2005 to 2010, with the mushrooming, masa itu macam cendawan tumbuh nursing school, yeah. The Malaysian Nursing Board licensed the nurses between 8,000 to 10,000 student nurses each year. So this prompts the Malaysian Nursing Board to announce that the new regulation, they set a new regulation. So they reduced to 3,000 per year graduate. gradually. I mean, now it's only about 3,000 to 4,000 a year because they are very selective. Therefore, you are one of the 3,000. You are very lucky you have been selected. Okay. Otherwise, the 5,000, 8,000 will be, yeah, you will not be this. Next. So, bersyukurlah ya dan berbanggalah anda berada di tahap yang tertinggi dalam kursus yang diperkenalkan di peringkat antarabangsa. Kebolehpasaran anda di dalam negara dan di luar negara adalah disebabkan program ini didaftarkan di dalam Malaysian Qualification Registration. Diberi lesen oleh Lembaga Jururawat Malaysia. And you are the number 12 of the 55 most difficult courses in the world. So you should be proud to be a nurse. I am proud dulu, now and forever. Okay. Next. Give yourself time sebenarnya untuk jadi sekupu-kupu yang cantik bagi masa yang sangat lama. I take 43 years to be a full professor because of, yeah, it takes longer time. Mungkin tidak selama saya, ya. Next. Be patient with yourself because self-growth is tender. Tidak ada investment yang selain daripada kita bersabar. Okay. With that, I end up my speech. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Terima kasih Profesor Dr. Hamidah di atas sharing session tersebut. Saya akan memberi ulasan secara bercampur bahasa. Harap semua boleh memahami. Jadi apa yang kami boleh belajar?
I can't hear you well.
Pardon, is this alright?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Saya akan memberi ulasan dengan mencampur bahasa Inggeris dan bahasa Melayu. Harap pihak penganjur dan juga peserta boleh memahami. Jadi apa yang kami dapat belajar sebentar tadi is sebenarnya orang bukannya tidak memandang tinggi kepada jururawat, malah kita amat dipandang tinggi dan kita perlu memahami bahawa untuk mendapat sesuatu respect or if you want to be known, then we have to give the amount of respect that we want to get because that's how it works. Dan juga kita juga tahu bahawa nursing merupakan antara kerjaya yang sangat dipercayai menurut oleh American for 19 years and it has a lot to do with how we answer to many people's questions pertaining their health problems and not just between the patients but also with other healthcare workers, namely pharmacists, doctors, and we are the middle person to settle all of the questions that they are having. And bukan sahaja itu, kita juga amat etikal dalam pelbagai cara dan kita juga mengambil banyak inisiatif untuk membantu kesihatan rakyat sejagat. Jadi tak perlu kita rasa bahawa kita dipandang rendah. Malah apatah lagi dalam COVID-19 di mana nurses amat diperlukan untuk memastikan kemaslahatan rakyat dibendung secara sepenuhnya. Jadi secara kesimpulannya apa yang kita perlu buat adalah kita perlu ubah mindset diri kita terhadap sebagai nurses yang akan memasuki bidang ini kerana kita tak boleh semestinya mengubah persepsi rakyat tapi kita boleh membaiki diri kita dalam berbagai cara dan kita perlu memberi masa untuk menghadapi berbagai cabaran dan cabaran tidak sepatutnya dilihat sebagai sesuatu yang membawa kita ke bawah dan jatuh. Malah kita perlu bangkit dan memandang cara dan mencari cara untuk membaiki diri dan juga mencari penyelesaian kepada masalah-masalah tersebut. Tapi dalam masa yang sama perlu ambil masa kerana kejayaan itu bukanlah datang bergolek dan ia memerlukan banyak dedikasi dan masa untuk dicapai. Jadi terima kasih kepada Profesor Dr. Hamidah kerana mengkongsikan pendapat beliau dengan amat bermakna sebentar tadi. Jadi tanpa melengahkan masa, ingin saya teruskan program ini dengan menjemput panel kedua kita yang berbahagia Dr. Azwar binti Syamsuddin untuk berkongsi pandangan beliau tentang persepsi masyarakat terhadap bidang kejururawatan. Dipersilakan Dr. Azwar.
Assalamualaikum. Terima kasih Fatimah. Kejap saya nak share saya punya screen. Bagi saya seminit sekejap ya. Okay. Alright. Dan Fatimah boleh nampak tak? Semua nampak?
Boleh.
Okay. Alright. Okay, Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera. Terima kasih atas jemputan ini. Seperti yang disebut, saya juga merupakan graduan kejururawatan UKM. Maka penganjur webinar ini adalah junior saya sendiri. Dan saya mengucapkan setinggi-tinggi tahniah dalam menjayakan program ini. InsyaAllah hari ini saya akan kongsi sedikit sebanyak tentang persepsi masyarakat terhadap bidang kejururawatan. Okay, terlebih dahulu saya perlu cakap yang dekat pada konteks saya sekarang ni pukul 3 pagi. Dan saya ada anak kecil umur 42 hari. So kalau ada bunyi bising sikit, menangis sikit, itulah suami saya tengah struggle dengan anak. Okay, terima kasih. Okay. So apa itu persepsi masyarakat? So persepsi masyarakat ni merupakan salah satu komponen dalam menghasilkan imej kejururawatan. Dan ia juga saling mempengaruhi imej kendiri, so our own self-concept. Pada tahap individu. So it's an individual level, tapi dia ada juga hubungan mutual relationship. So saling mempengaruhi imej kendiri seorang jururawat ni dengan persepsi masyarakat. Dan ia akan menghasilkan imej kejururawatan yang menyeluruh, dan ini amat penting pada profession kami. Okay, so kenapa persepsi masyarakat ni penting? Sebab persepsi masyarakat ni dia akan mempengaruhi kita punya professional identity, iaitu jururawat di sebuah konteks tentang tanggapan pada diri mereka dan profession mereka. Okay, so how nurses think and feel about themselves and the profession. So ini akan mempengaruhi kualiti penjagaan kejururawatan yang diberikan. So the better you feel about yourself and your profession, the better care you are able to give. So persepsi masyarakat juga berkait rapat dengan kepuasan pekerjaan, your job satisfaction. Dan ini adalah komponen yang penting untuk job retention dan also recruitment. So pengalaman jururawat ni kita tahu persepsi masyarakat ini penting dan mempengaruhi pelbagai isu tenaga kerja kejururawatan. Faktor yang mempengaruhi persepsi masyarakat. So yang paling obvious ialah gambaran media. Kita nampak macam-macam stereotip jururawat. Sama ada sebagai sexiness, sifat keibuan, penolong atau pesuruh doktor, as a handmaiden. Tapi jarang sekali kita dapat sebagai seorang careerist, which is the actual truth yang kita ni ialah careerist. It's a career and kita ada lanjutan pendidikan and we have specialties. Ini jarang nampak dalam gambaran media. Dan also kita faktor-faktor yang mempengaruhi ialah perbincangan awam tentang kejururawatan. Dia juga memainkan peranan yang besar dalam mengetengahkan peranan jururawat yang amat penting dalam sektor kesihatan. So about 60% of staf kesihatan adalah nurses. Ini jarang diketengahkan. Tapi ini boleh dilakukan dengan mencetus perbincangan, contohnya di social media, sama ada mengenai pengalaman sendiri sebagai pesakit atau dengan jururawat kita sendiri semasa mencetuskan perbincangan di social media tentang pekerjaan kita. Okay. Pemahaman kerja jururawat ini juga influence persepsi masyarakat. Adakah mereka faham apa itu kerja jururawat? Dan terdapat banyak research yang mengutarakan betapa kompleksnya kita sebagai jururawat sekalipun untuk menerangkan apa kerja kita sebagai jururawat. Saya ingin kongsi sebuah poem on what nurses do di sini. Okay. So some nurses work with people who are old and fragile too. Some nurses work with babies who were born before their due. An ambulance can be too slow when someone's super sick. Nurses on helicopters can get them to help quick. A nurse may be a politician or professor at the U. A nurse may be a lawyer or a business owner too. We use our hands, we use our brains, we work with fancy tools. We provide first aid in factories and teach health class in schools. And nurses serve their country on land and sea and air. Where there are troops or battlefields, nurses are always there. Most nurses work in hospitals with people who are sick, but nurses also keep folks well, and that's our favorite trick. We conduct research, collect blood, help victims of fire and flood. We care for injuries of all kinds, from broken bones to broken minds. Deliver babies, immunize. I guess if I could summarize, nurses help everybody, everywhere, around the world in countries near and far. My stars, there's probably a nurse on Mars. So inilah contoh one of the penglibatan awam. So yang menerangkan apa itu kerja jururawat. Okay, next apa yang boleh influence public perception of nursing ni ialah tindakan politik. So tindakan politik ini contohnya seperti perbincangan di parlimen dalam isu-isu yang isu-isu penting kejururawatan, contohnya pengambilan kerja jururawat untuk memenuhi nurse to patient ratio yang disasari oleh WHO, iaitu 1 nurse to 200 patients. Sekarang ni di Malaysia the standing is 1 nurse to 300 patients. So itu contohnya kalau ada tindakan politik yang berbincang tentang nursing shortage ni, boleh menaikkan public perception tentang nursing. Satu lagi ialah siasatan isu kesihatan. Di sini saya maksudkan seperti di UK ni dia buat is called a public inquiry. So kalau ada isu kesihatan seperti saya bagi contoh di tahun 2015, mereka membuatkan satu public inquiry di Mid Staffordshire Hospital disebabkan ramai sangat yang meninggal di situ dan didapati the nursing care was lacking, and then bila disiasat dapati the resources dengan support untuk nurses yang kurang. So itu sangat menaikkan public perception pasal nursing. Oh, kenapa pentingnya kita kena support nurses, kenapa pentingnya kita kena invest in nursing. Right, so satu lagi yang influence persepsi masyarakat ialah tradisi dan budaya, pemahaman tentang gender roles. So kita boleh nampak perubahan sikit demi sedikit di Malaysia, terutamanya yang kita nampak di social media, di mana orang awam dan para ilmiah juga makin mengetengahkan perempuan bukan sahaja duduk di rumah, kita juga boleh berkejaya tinggi seperti lawyer, doktor, engineer dan jururawat, bidang-bidang yang dahulunya didominasi para lelaki. Kecuali jururawat pun ada dia punya gender role dia dalam keseimbangan lelaki dan perempuan. Ini ialah it's a very deep issue, tapi tradisi dan budaya, pemahaman tentang gender role ini sangat influence macam mana the public look at nursing. Tapi kena ingat gambaran di social media ni menampakkan perubahan, tapi bukan semua tempat di Malaysia ataupun di serata dunia mempunyai internet. So maybe apa yang kita nampak itu bukanlah realiti yang sebenar. Saya akan cakap lebih sikit pasal ini. Dan pemahaman gender role ini berkait rapat dengan poin seterusnya yang mempengaruhi persepsi masyarakat, iaitu the concept of caring. So macam mana masyarakat memahami konsep of caring ini sangat penting dalam macam mana mereka menghargai nurses. Kalau mereka memahami yang konsep caring ini ialah tugas perempuan dan mereka tidak menghargai ataupun mereka rasa inilah kerja yang tahap rendah, dan terdapat research yang menunjukkan fahaman tradisi ini bukan sahaja mempengaruhi persepsi masyarakat namun menghalang kemajuan profesion kejururawatan. Okay, saya akan tunjukkan beberapa contoh persepsi masyarakat di beberapa buah negara berdasarkan dapatan kajian kejururawatan. Pertama sekali, apa yang didapati oleh kajian-kajian ini, yang saya cakap tadi, gambaran media tidak semestinya selaras dengan realiti kerana realitinya lebih kompleks. So kita kena ingat, gambaran media yang negatif tidak semestinya menghasilkan persepsi masyarakat yang negatif, walaupun ia memainkan satu peranan dalam faktor-faktor yang mempengaruhi persepsi masyarakat terhadap bidang kejururawatan. Okay. Di UK dan South Africa, nursing ni nampak sebagai sangat dipercayai. Ini adalah kajian research menunjukkan nursing ni dia sangat dipercayai dan dihargai. Tapi dia bukannya dihargai dalam segi yang you are a very knowledgeable, dia punya expert knowledge base itu kurang dihargai. Diorang dihargai as caring people in hospital. And then di Arab Saudi, ini saya rasa, saya baca kajian ini saya rasa agak terkejut kerana mendapat gambaran yang negatif. Disampaikan 70% daripada responden mengatakan mereka malu untuk ada jururawat di dalam keluarga mereka, dan lebih daripada 50% daripada tenaga pekerja di Arab Saudi adalah bukan orang Saudi, kerana orang Saudi tidak menghargai kerja jururawat. So saya rasa itu agak terkejut sebab kita rasa macam ramai sangat orang pergi kepada Arab Saudi dan rasa macam ramai orang promote kerja untuk Arab Saudi. So saya terkejut dengan this research, tapi very informative. Dan di Amerika Syarikat pula, nursing dinampakkan sebagai a very high esteem profession. Sangat dihargai, dipercayai, and not only dihargai as a caring figure in hospital, tapi juga dihargai sebagai a profession, dia as an expert knowledge base, dan dapat perolehi gaji yang tinggi. Basic gaji untuk newly qualified, saya look up semalam, was 73,550 USD a year, which is about, before taxes, 6,000 USD per month. This is untuk newly qualified. And then they also have, and tapi baru kita cakap tadi, dekat Arab Saudi walaupun gaji tinggi tapi tidak mencerminkan public perception of them. Tapi di Amerika Syarikat, clinical specialties dia very jelas, and then dia very develop dia punya clinical career pathway. Sebagaimana pula di Malaysia, saya tidak jumpa lagi kajian daripada Malaysia, tapi berdasarkan kajian-kajian yang lain, mereka katakan nursing students tahun 1 paling mencerminkan persepsi masyarakat, terutamanya bila mereka baru masuk ke dalam dia punya studies dalam program pengajian mereka. So, memandangkan program ini dijayakan oleh nursing student tahun 1, saya tinggalkan di sini untuk para hadirin reflect. Adakah tanggapan anda semua apabila memula masuk ke program kejururawatan ini? Apa you punya tanggapan? And you boleh letak dekat ruangan chat untuk berbincang, dan saya akan berbicara sekali lagi sebentar nanti. Okay, saya juga nak share contoh persepsi masyarakat di UK dengan menggunakan contoh kempen Fair Pay for Nursing. Di sini nanti kita akan lihat bagaimana union atau persatuan nursing di UK, iaitu the Royal College of Nursing, mengetengahkan kerja jururawat dan meletakkan tekanan pada kerajaan untuk menaikkan gaji jururawat di UK. Kita juga akan lihat bagaimana kempen oleh persatuan ini disokong oleh selebriti-selebriti di UK untuk memberi jururawat visibility, pastinya yang akan mempengaruhi persepsi masyarakat. Ya. Okay.
The UK needs more nursing staff to care for us when we need it. But there is a problem. At the moment, nursing staff are underpaid, undervalued, and overstretched. Their pay hasn't kept up with rising living costs. Nursing staff are worse off now than they were 10 years ago. Unfair pay and staff shortages force experienced people out of the profession and put the next generation off joining it. Every unfilled nursing job means more patients aren't getting the care they deserve. It's time to break this cycle. There are tens of thousands of nurse vacancies across the UK. This won't change until nursing salaries match the skills and responsibilities of the job. It's time for the UK government to make the right choice. Give nursing staff fair pay. Nursing staff deserve a 12.5% pay increase. A 12.5% pay increase will make up for some of the lost ground. A 12.5% pay increase would help keep more nursing staff in post and bring in the next generation. This affects us all. Nursing will touch your life from the moment you enter the world to the day you leave it. Support those who give so much and tell the UK government that you demand fair pay for nursing.
Okay. Nah, daripada kempen ini,
It's simple.
sekejap ya. Okay. Kalau kita tengok daripada RCN punya Instagram. Alright, so fair pay for nursing. Nampak dia punya public engagement dengan celebrities and sekejap ya.
The Royal College of Nursing.
Sorry kejap ya. There you go. All right.
Hello, I'm Donna Kinnear, Chief Executive and General Secretary of the Royal College of Nursing. We are the UK's most trusted profession, and we find ourselves campaigning to seek a pay rise from the government during one of the most serious health crises in our lifetimes. A time when nursing staff across the whole of the UK, in every setting, in the NHS and the independent health and care sectors, stepped up, saved lives and provided expert, compassionate care. Nursing staff deserve fair pay. This isn't just about the COVID-19 pandemic though. This is about the levels of skill, responsibility and dedication demonstrated day in, day out, in, year out by nursing support workers, nursing associates, registered nurses and all members of the profession. You deserve a pay rise and you deserve one now.
Okay, dan kita tengok macam mana dia engage dengan trade union. Okay. Dah, ni dia RCN engage dengan trade union, chair of trade union committee.
Hello, I'm Graham Reevey and I'm the chair of the Trade Union Committee of the Royal College of Nursing. Tens of thousands of you responded to our survey and you told us how to build a better future for nursing. You have been very clear in what you've told us and you expect things to change. And through our recent experience campaigning and strike action in Northern Ireland, I can guarantee that we will fight to achieve a fair pay rise for nursing. A pay rise that reflects the knowledge, skills and responsibilities that you and I have in the complex roles that we carry out on a day-to-day basis. Funding for our health and care systems is a political choice. After years of pay restraint and austerity, the UK government has a choice to make. Your campaign will make sure they make the right choice. It's time to pay nursing staff fairly. It's time for you to get engaged, to get involved and get active.
Nampak mereka mendesak public masyarakat and this is as a result from a campaign daripada dia punya union and also dengan trade union. Then I am not Joe Brandy, is a celebrity. Matt Hagney, a famous author pun support this campaign. And then Dua Lipa dekat dia punya Brit Awards acceptance speech pun dia cakap pasal nursing. Right, so let me get back to my talk tadi. Alright. Right, so apa peranan kita sebagai jururawat dan bakal jururawat dalam persepsi masyarakat? So first kita kena meningkatkan penglibatan awam dan politik. Boleh dilakukan melalui social media yang popular sekarang ataupun kita kongsi kerja harian kita, what have you been doing untuk tunjuk untuk menaikkan visibility of nursing and beri tekanan politik dalam hal-hal penting kejururawatan. Ni kita kena baca sikit, saya pun tengah baca lagi pasal evidence based policy making. Ada buku dia, boleh baca evidence based policy making. Kita kena tahu macam mana kita nak engage politically. Sorry ya. Minta maaf. Inilah teknologi. It's a blessing and a curse. Right. Alright. So next, kita promote kita punya profession, penglibatan awam dan also politically, and membuat kempen promosi bidang kejururawatan kepada orang awam ke sekolah-sekolah, college-college, and also program yang macam kita buat sekarang ni is also public engagement. Alright, so next kita mencabar gambaran negatif jururawat, especially yang ditunjukkan mungkin di TV atau dalam filem. Okay, so membetulkan fahaman yang salah memberi gambaran kejururawatan yang kami ini berilmu dan profesional. Next, kita sebagai jururawat dan bakal jururawat perlu menaikkan kita punya tahap pendidikan dan buat penyelidikan, do research. Kejar pendidikan, bacaan ilmiah dalam bidang ini dan buat kajian dan cakap berdasarkan bukti yang ada. Ini akan meningkatkan tahap profesionalism dan kualiti penjagaan pesakit. So it's not just for the best of the profession, but it's also for your patients. Dan ini boleh mengubah persepsi masyarakat tentang konsep penjagaan. Dia akan challenge dia punya understanding of dia punya konsep of caring. Dia kata kerja perempuan kerja yang low, but then nurses do research, and then nurses ni ada masters, ada PhD. Dan dia akan challenge dia punya thinking, and then boleh ubah persepsi masyarakat untuk lebih menghargai kerja jururawatan. Right. So next, seperti yang dilihat sebentar tadi, peranan persatuan jururawat. Dia memainkan peranan yang sangat besar dalam membentuk dan meningkatkan persepsi masyarakat, dan ini boleh dilakukan dengan mengetengahkan sumbangan jururawat pada bidang kesihatan, sama ada melalui kempen yang melibatkan orang awam ataupun memberi tekanan politik seperti apa yang kita nampak tadi. Dan mengetengahkan sumbangan jururawat juga boleh dilakukan di peringkat organisasi. So your hospital or your ward, contoh kita bagi recognition pada jururawat-jururawat cemerlang di dalam di tahap ward atau hospital. Highlight tokoh jururawat, apa sumbangan mereka, apa pencapaian mereka, dan put it around the corridors of the hospital. Bukan kita je yang nampak, tapi orang awam juga nampak. Dan sama juga kalau dilihat di website hospital kan banyak highlight kerja doctors and dia punya doctors punya research. We should also put nursing punya kerja, apa yang kami buat, apa yang kami pencapaian kami, dan research kami juga. Dan kita juga boleh memuat artikel-artikel mengenai pencapaian jururawat. Okay, so akhir sekali, saya cuma nak cakap, saya faham susah untuk kita jadi positif tentang profession kita dalam keadaan pekerjaan yang susah dan kurang dihargai. Tapi saya juga percaya untuk berjaya dalam bidang kejururawatan, we are a special bunch of people tau, sebab kita perlukan ini, grit. Grit ni is a combination of passion and perseverance. Passion ialah satu semangat dan sayang pada profession, dan pekerjaan kita dan perseverance ialah satu ketabahan untuk maju ke depan dan menyokong satu sama lain. We sokong each other, not just ourselves. Dan saya percaya jika kita semua jururawat mengamalkan sikap ini, with your grit, I am sure kita boleh menarik persepsi masyarakat yang bertambah positif di Malaysia dan serata dunia. Sekian, terima kasih. Apa-apa soalan boleh diajukan di chat dan nanti kita boleh berbincang juga ya. Dan ini rujukan yang saya gunakan, juga boleh minta saya boleh share. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Puan Dr. Azwa untuk sharing yang sangat menarik. Jadi terdapat pelbagai pendapat tentang jururawat yang telah disertakan dalam chat box oleh pelajar jururawat tahun 1 dan juga saya rasa peserta-peserta daripada program ini. Kalau Dr. Azwa mahu ulas sebentar lagi, kami akan izinkan sementara sesi forum. Jadi daripada sesi webinar sebentar tadi bersama Dr. Azwa, apa yang kita dapat mengambil iktibar adalah kita perlu ada mentaliti yang memberangsangkan tentang diri kita dan profession kita ceburi sendiri, kerana itu adalah faktor yang mempengaruhi kualiti kerja kita sebagai seorang jururawat. Kemudian terdapat pelbagai lagi informasi yang dikongsikan seperti faktor yang mempengaruhi persepsi masyarakat terhadap profession jururawat seperti gambaran media yang tidak semestinya selaras dengan realiti, perbincangan awam, pemahaman kejururawatan itu sendiri terhadap profession mereka, tindakan politik, tradisi dan budaya yang membuatkan gender roles terhadap jururawat sebagai satu career untuk wanita, dan juga konsep caring yang merupakan tugas perempuan di persepsi masyarakat. Kemudian terdapat juga pelbagai cara-cara atau peranan untuk kita menaikkan lagi semangat sebagai jururawat dan nama kita sebagai profession jururawat itu sendiri, iaitu menaikkan penglibatan awam dan politik dalam profession ini, kemudian mencabar gambaran negatif yang dicampak oleh rakyat terhadap profession jururawat, penyelidikan dan penyelidikan persatuan kejururawatan yang kita boleh gunakan untuk menaikkan lagi nama kita, dan juga mengetengahkan sumbangan jururawat melalui kempen atau tekanan politik seperti yang dikongsikan oleh Dr. Azwa. Jadi dengan itu, terima kasih kepada Dr. Azwa dan juga Profesor Dr. Hamidah. Untuk pengetahuan para peserta, QR code ini mengandungi 3 soalan di mana anda digalakkan untuk menjawab soalan-soalan tersebut dan sebagai ganjaran 10 peserta akan mendapat hadiah lumayan daripada pihak kami dan pemilihan dipilih berdasarkan jawapan yang paling menarik dan tepat. Jadi untuk sesi yang seterusnya iaitu sesi utama kita untuk program hari ini, yakni sesi forum bersama panel-panel jemputan. Jadi untuk memulakan forum ini, saya dengan segala hormatnya ingin bertanya kepada Profesor Dr. Hamidah. Soalan yang pertama untuk hari ini, pada pendapat Profesor, apakah cabaran yang akan dihadapi oleh jururawat ketika merawat pesakit di hospital? Diharap agar Profesor Dr. Hamidah boleh buka kamera dan menjawab soalan tersebut.
Saya rasa soalan ni saya dah jawab dalam slide saya tu. It's about our core value. Untuk kita kekalkan core value kita sebagai seorang profesional, sebagai penghubung cara, sebagai direct carer, sebagai therapeutic advisor and all kinds of core value yang ada dalam seorang jururawat itu kadang-kadang memang mencabar kita. How we're going to deliver it. This is the most difficult because dalam suasana kita bukan bekerja dengan orang yang sehat ya. Kita bekerja dengan orang yang sakit ya. Kadang-kadang kesabaran kita sangat terancam. Itu like just like our study yang saya buat in simple study on the students. They were so exhausted, worn off, breaking down, things like that. But to maintain, to sustain the core value tu, itu yang menyusahkan mereka sehingga mereka menjadi burn out and then feeling like leaving the job and feeling like leaving the program, things like that. These are the things. Other than that is not. Itu to hold up our core value as a nurse. Yang 6 perkara yang saya cakap tadi. I think that's important. Ya kita, at the end of the day kita kata kita kena redha. This is the spiritually that how we are going to say. Kita kena redha, kita kena accept as what they are. But it is so difficult to do that because of the situation, because of the environment, because of the nature of the work, because the nature of the people around, things like that. So I think that it has to be aware among all of us. Thank you.
Terima kasih, diingatkan kepada ahli-ahli panel forum untuk membuka kamera agar kita boleh berinteraksi secara lebih efektif. Jadi daripada jawapan Profesor Dr. Hamidah, saya mendapati bahawa terdapat pelbagai cabaran terutamanya dari segi menguji kesabaran dalam cuba untuk merawat orang-orang sakit. Jadi soalan saya kepada Dr. Hamidah, personally, what is your way of handling the feeling of wearing out or wanting to quit the job due to being so tired of having to go through the same routine with the people who are really hard to take care of? How do you cope with that personally?
I do break down, I do get angry, I do grumble, but at the end of the day, saya selalu fikir the implication between me and the patient, the implication between me and the organization, the implication of me between myself and God. That's why from the very beginning, I'm not talking about Virginia Henderson. I'm not talking so much about the belief, the principle of Florence Nightingale. Tapi Florence Nightingale daripada awal sudah menyebut perkataan Allah, perkataan Tuhan di situ. She also believe at the end of the day, if someone is watching you there, if you are not ikhlas, if you are not truthful, if you are not open, if you are not doing what you are supposed to do according to your pledge, someone is watching there. Itu yang paling menakutkan. Dari the implication of who is watching us. You don't have to portray, oh kalau you boss you ada, you akan buat dengan baik. Kalau boss you tak ada, you tak perlu buat dengan baik. No, that is not. If you have that, it will not last long. But if you really do that because somebody is watching you, I think it will last long and forever, I thought. And of all that, pahala yang sangat besar. As I said, the nobility is there. That's all I think.
Professor Hamidah, thank you for the amazing answer to the question yang kita sebenarnya dalam profesi ini bukan sahaja kita perlu fikir tentang apa yang kita rasa tapi juga implikasinya terhadap faktor-faktor sekeliling seperti dengan Tuhan dan juga pesakit dan juga masalah-masalah pribadi dan orang yang berkaitan dengan kehidupan pribadi kita sendiri. Dan saya rasa profesi ini amat mulia dari segi kita tak melihat tentang kepentingan diri sendiri tapi kemaslahatan orang lain juga. Jadi setelah mendengar jawapan daripada Profesor Dr. Hamidah, ingin saya bertanya kepada Dr. Azwa pula persoalan yang lebih kurang. Tapi apakah cabaran Dr. Azwa dalam menghadapi pelbagai ragam pesakit dan bagaimana Dr. Azwa mengawal mereka, terutamanya warga emas yang kadang-kadang sukar untuk diberitahu tentang apa yang perlu mereka lakukan?
Terima kasih Fatimah atas soalan itu. Saya rasa kami sebagai jururawat kan sedia maklum dengan pelbagai cabaran dalam penjagaan pesakit, terutamanya pesakit yang mempunyai pelbagai penyakit ataupun komorbiditi. Yang kebiasaannya pesakit warga emas lah. So dalam hal ini beberapa perkara ingin saya timbulkan iaitu cara komunikasi kami sebagai jururawat dan isu kekurangan kemudahan sumber dan ilmu dalam penjagaan warga emas. So pertama sekali, kemudahan sumber manusia dan ilmu penjagaan warga emas ni dia mesti disediakan dan diambil berat oleh semua jururawat, terutamanya mereka yang memegang jawatan kepimpinan. So sediakan kemudahan sumber manusia, make sure staff cukup dan training yang up to date untuk penjagaan pesakit warga emas yang agak kompleks. Keduanya, komunikasi kami sebagai jururawat amat penting. Saya berpendapat 4 perkara adalah utama dalam komunikasi dengan pesakit, iaitu yang pertama, kita elakkan andaian awal terhadap pesakit. So you avoid assumptions sebelum kita kenal dengan pesakit itu. So kita lihat pesakit sebagai keutamaan dalam memberikan penjagaan kita, tidak kira usia atau penyakit. Yang keduanya, kita harus mengenal pasti keperluan dan keutamaan pesakit daripada pandangan pesakit itu sendiri. So what are the patient's needs and priorities? Yang ketiga, kita bukan mengawal pesakit tetapi kita bekerjasama dengan pesakit. Berbincang dengan pesakit mengenai perkara-perkara yang penting seperti perkara yang melibatkan decisions yang besar atau perkara-perkara yang tidak dipersetujui pesakit. Kemudian ni semua kita boleh buat berbincang. So akhir sekali, jangan pandang rendah pada non-verbal communication. Benda yang kita anggap kecil seperti senyuman, eye contact dan sentuhan terapeutik, berlapik jika perlu, amat bermakna pada pesakit di waktu mereka memerlukan. So itu pendapat saya, Fatimah.
Terima kasih Dr. Azwa terhadap tips-tips yang telah dikongsi sebentar tadi tentang cara untuk menghadapi pelbagai ragam pesakit dan juga sebenarnya kita bukan perlu melihat pesakit sebagai mereka yang perlu dikawal, malah kita perlu lihat mereka sebagai mereka yang kita perlu untuk work with bagi memudahkan pekerjaan bukan saja pekerjaan kita tapi juga untuk kebaikan pesakit itu sendiri. Jadi untuk meneruskan lagi, saya ingin bertanya kepada panel kehormat kita yang ketiga, Cik Angeline. Cik Angeline mempunyai pelbagai pengalaman dalam menjaga pesakit dan mungkin Cik Angeline boleh berkongsi tentang pengalaman tersebut dalam bidang kejururawatan anda dan apakah peranan jururawat sebab dalam menyebarkan kesedaran tentang kesihatan, terutamanya dalam situasi pandemik COVID yang sedang melanda negara. Boleh Cik Angeline berkongsi?
So first of all, selamat pagi and selamat sejahtera kepada para peserta and to my fellow panelists. And thank you for the beautiful moderator. Okay, and setinggi-tinggi kesyukuran kepada Tuhan sebab memberikan peluang untuk melakukan forum ini. So before I start, to begin with my experience, saya sebenarnya mengambil bidang kejururawatan tanpa mengetahui sebarang knowledge about nursing. Saya tidak tahu apa itu skop tugasan seorang jururawat dan my mother wanted me to become a nurse. So at that moment I was doing STPM and I was like, okay, why not? Boleh escape daripada exam STPM. So saya pun memilih untuk menjadi go on with my diploma in nursing. And bila dah masuk baru tahu diploma in nursing pun banyak exam and okay, so after that I graduated and during that time a lot of like my friends and my relative memang criticize. Why you choose nursing? Kenapa? Oh, nurse je ke? So these are the perception that I will get usually from them. And also my parents will be getting criticized also. Kenapa you hantar anak perempuan seorang je ni? Why you send them to nursing? But when I started to work, my perception and what other people think of it, everything changed. Semuanya berubah and my life changed. Being as a nurse, dia mengubah kehidupan seseorang staff nurse because you see a lot of pesakit dan pesakit yang mempunyai pelbagai penyakit and that will bentuk kehidupan you and you will tend to become more kind towards each other. So if someone saying that okay nursing je apa je tugasan you everyday pergi bagi ubat and then like mandikan patient, itu je pun kerja you, that is wrong. Whenever but kalau ada yang antara student year 1 atau student year 2 ke atau siapa-siapa student nursing yang berfikiran macam tu ataupun ada somebody yang every day we go to our workplace, it's everything like so different, not gonna be same every day. So one day it can be like adrenaline rush. While you are talking to a patient boleh collapse. And then it can be funny also. For example, during my time, when I was doing a report for my patient, saya terima call melalui telefon ward call lah. And then when I answered, I thought one of my patient is being called for the operation. So when I answered that call, and what I received was like, hello, boleh tak Arnab masuk dalam rumah saya? Macam mana saya nak keluarkan lah? So they were like asking about that. So for a moment I was like, okay, maybe they wrong number ke apa. So I told them, makcik, saya rasa ni wrong number ni. Makcik call hospital. And she put down, she just hang up. And then she called again. It's like almost like 3 to 4 times she called asking for the same question. And what did I do? I already told her that you have to call Bomba ke or Jepam ke, you have to call somebody. This is hospital, we can't do much about it. But she keep on calling, so what we did, I found out for the Bomba number and found out her address, and then I solved the problem saying that you have to call this fella so that they can bring out the ragged from you. So from here, nurses punya job is not like just within the requirement, it's beyond what is required to be done. Mereka bertindak sebagai mediator dalam seseorang kehidupan pesakit. Doktor akan datang buat round, doktor akan bagi tahu banyak benda mengenai penyakit yang pesakit mengalami, and pesakit akan cakap faham. Tapi when the doctor goes away, diorang akan tanya balik dekat kita, staff nurse, apa yang doktor cakap tu? So we have to be there to explain to them. We are the mediator, we are the conflict resolver. So begitulah kita when they share their problems to us, and when they share their masalah yang berkaitan dengan penyakit, we'll become more open to it and we will be like problem solver for them. And penyakit yang mereka alami dan juga keadaan situasi like kehilangan kaki disebabkan oleh patah kaki ke because of the kemalangan. So all these things will dah membuatkan saya menghargai kerjaya saya sebagai seorang jururawat, dan apa yang diberitahu oleh Prof tadi, siapa yang cakap nurse je, it's showing their mentality actually. It's not because of us. We are actually doing what we can to provide them a good support and good care. So I think that we have to change our mindset, and by not receiving the critics like, okay, nurse je ke, we shouldn't be receiving that. Okay. So as for the peranan, since what I told just now, we are the mediator, we have to be like, nurses are doing a lot of, once a nurse is always a nurse. You pergi dekat restoran untuk makan ke apa ke, the way you hand wash yourself shows that you are a nurse, because That's how we are being trained in our course. So mereka akan beri kesedaran tentang pemakaian pelitup muka, tentang hand washing dan how you have to maintain the jarak di antara satu sama lain. And since they are the care of the patients, mereka also bertanggungjawab untuk menjaga family diorang. So it shows that the nurses are playing a big role in maintaining the health of everybody. So I guess that's my answer for today. Yeah.
Terima kasih Cik Angelin ke atas jawapan yang amat menarik sebentar tadi. Jadi kita dapat bukan sahaja mendengar pengalaman, malah cerita yang amat saya rasa boleh dijadikan sebagai satu mesej kepada semua orang bahawa kerja sebagai seorang jururawat bukan sahaja tertera kepada hanya tugas-tugas jururawat di ward sahaja, malah ia amat luas dan lebih luas dibanding itu. Dan bukan sahaja di tempat kerja, kita juga perlu ambil tahu bahawa sebagai seorang jururawat kita perlu membangkitkan karakter kita sebagai seorang profesion dalam nursing dari segi perbuatan setiap hari seperti membasuh tangan, cara kita membawa diri, cara kita mengajar orang awam tentang penjagaan kesihatan. Semua itu perlu datang daripada apa yang kita buat dan adab kita dalam hari-harian. Jadi daripada apa yang kita dengar daripada Cik Angelin kita dapat tahu yang sebenarnya bekerja dalam profesion nursing ini telah menjadikan beliau lebih terbuka minda tentang apakah itu nursing dan ia telah memberi efek yang sangat personal kepada beliau. Jadi apa yang saya ingin tanyakan kepada panel kita, Dr. Azwar pula, seperti yang kita dapat dengar bagaimana ia mengubah persepsi Cik Angelin, apakah perubahan dalam personal life Dr. Azwar setelah menjadi seorang nurse? How does it impact you in your everyday life?
Sorry Fatimah, saya tengah layan Q&A. Can you repeat the question again?
Pardon. Jadi what we would like to ask is daripada Cik Angelin punya pengalaman menjadi seorang nurse telah mengubah persepsi beliau dan kepribadian beliau sebagai seorang manusia keseluruhannya. Jadi in your own personal experience, how does being a nurse change your own personal life and how does it affect you personally?
Okay, so I think to begin with lah kan, macam mana saya masuk dalam nursing ni. Saya first nak masuk nursing ni actually suggested to me by my father. So my father cakap masuk nursing. So ini ada penglibatan media juga lah. Masa tu dia nampak dekat front page News Straits Times cakap shortage of nurses. So dia cakap if you become a nurse you always have a job. Okay, so saya pun saya dengar yang saya cakap macam tu, saya search and read up about nursing. So I read up about nursing semua. And I was very impressed that nursing ni banyak specialty and you can work basically anywhere in the world. So masa tu saya betul-betul nekat saya nak jadi nurse. So this was after SPM, so during my masa saya matrikulasi lah. Lepas tu masa kat matrik tu kalau ni kawan saya cakap dekat saya lah, dia kata Azwar, you tahu tak you seorang je yang saya pernah dengarkan bila orang tanya cakap nak jadi nurse. Ini I'll never forget lah kan. Tapi memang saya nekat, saya nak jadi nurse masa tu. And then when I came into nursing in Malaysia, I mean nursing program, and then I came to understand yang nursing yang saya baca tu mostly is overseas. So these developments yang saya sangat impressed tu belum ada di Malaysia. So for me, I don't know if it's just saya punya pemikiran yang saya rasa macam saya nak ubah nursing kat Malaysia, jadikan macam nursing di luar negara, which also led to me untuk sambung belajar di luar negara. Saya nak cari pengalaman pengalaman dan also ilmu di luar negara, macam mana kita nak naikkan nursing dekat Malaysia tu. So this has always been a mission for me, and even though saya dah kerja dekat UK ni pun saya memang nekat ini ialah satu platform bagi saya untuk menaikkan nursing di Malaysia. So saya tetap saya jaga my bridges dekat Malaysia, network saya dekat Malaysia, sebab saya memang berhasrat untuk penuhi itu juga untuk menaikkan nursing di Malaysia. So saya cakap apa perubahan? I guess perubahan tu saya rasa tak banyak, because I still daripada saya sebelum masuk nursing sampai sekarang nak menjayakan nursing di Malaysia. But Cuma masa saya masuk tu saya agak terkejut lah, macam apa yang saya baca tu tak sama macam reality di Malaysia. Tapi that didn't deter me, saya tak rasa nak tukar program, saya tak pernah rasa nak tinggalkan nursing. In fact, the past year ni selepas saya habis PhD ni saya kerja research primary care. So yang ni multidisciplinary lah, banyak collaboration dengan pharmacist, mostly pharmacist, doctors, GPs di England, di University of Nottingham dengan Manchester. And masa tu cuma saya I enjoy the work tapi saya sangat rindukan nursing. So saya rasa perubahan mungkin tak ada. Perubahan ke depan makin rasa nak menjayakan nursing itu ada. Itu perkongsian daripada saya.
Terima kasih Dr. Azwar di atas perkongsian tersebut. Jadi saya rasa kita dapat nampak lebih banyak lagi perubahan yang kita dapat daripada menjadi seorang nursing itu sendiri, dan ia bukan saja mendatangkan perubahan kepada diri mereka tapi juga masyarakat sekeliling. Jadi dengan itu saya ingin bertanya pula kepada Profesor Dr. Hamidah. Sebentar tadi semasa webinar kita telah Profesor telah mengulas bahawa kita tak boleh melihat hanya kepada cabaran kan, ia boleh menakutkan orang. Jadi soalan saya kepada Profesor Dr. Hamidah, apakah pengalaman yang paling baik, yang paling manis yang pernah Profesor hadapi sepanjang dalam profesi sebagai seorang nurse ataupun sebagai tenaga pengajar dalam bidang kejururawatan sendiri?
Banyak perkara yang manis, sangat manis. Banyak perkara yang sangat pahit, terlalu pahit. But I think saya ceritakan yang manis sajalah ya. I was shocked when I was offered a job as a consultant in the United Nations. It is not WHO, it is it's based on nuclear base. So I was thinking, I don't know anything about nuclear. I'm a nurse. I'm just a nurse. I just came from Malaysia, a small country, yeah, and working with 155 countries all over the world. How do I go about? Macam mana saya boleh lakukan tugas-tugas ini? And saya rasa sangat kecil, sangat rendah diri pada masa itu. That was in 2012, I think, 2012, 2013. Betul-betul macam is it rusa masuk kampung, they call it. You don't know what to do, you know, working with everybody wearing tie and coat and blazer and things like that, you know, everybody walking so fast, you know, but with a lot of courage, yeah, with a lot of courage to bring up myself to be equal with whoever is working with me, and to portray my profession as a nurse. Jangan ingat jururawat tak boleh melakukan kerja itu. Boleh sebenarnya, ya. And to work with this a lot of international countries, and you came from Muslim countries. You came from a very lowest point of profession. From Malaysia lagi pula tu. Kalau datang daripada UK, Dr. Azwar tu boleh tahan juga sikit kan. Ini datang daripada Malaysia, you know, dengan bertudung siap bagai, ya. I can count. I think about 3 of us at that time yang memakai tudung, ya. So that was the aspect atau factors yang membuatkan saya rasa sangat rendah diri. For the first month I cannot perform because it was too cold. Dr. Azwar, very very cold, about -17. Tak pernah saya rasa. And then a lot of adaptation at that time. Tapi insyaAllah di bulan kedua I pick up until whenever the time that I have to leave that place, my boss said, don't leave. We have some more grants to offer you the salary. Please work with us. So I was thinking, oh wow, you mean to say, dalam hati lah, you mean to say I perform? Because on the first month I know I cannot perform really. I didn't know what to do. You see, that was the best moment. Until now, I remember. The moment I want to leave, they said, don't leave. But I have to leave. I have to leave because that's my agreement. Berjanji saya dengan anak-anak saya, keluarga saya. Saya dah janji dengan Allah. Pada masa itu, saya dah nak buat haji. So, I have to leave. Then when I came back from Hajj, I said, can I rejoin again? He said, no more salary for you. So, that was the setback, I thought. I think Vienna is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, yeah, which I think is the best lah. Allah dah bagi saya merasa duduk di Europe. Mungkin Dr. Azwar duduk lama lagi daripada saya. Duduk di Europe selama 6 bulan. Yeah, supposed to be 1 year, tapi I have to shorten it. I was thinking, ya, itulah perkara yang paling saya rasa Allah bagi saya. Dan ini kerana mengapa Allah bagi saya adalah kerana saya melalui saat-saat yang sangat getir when I was in UKM. I do not want to leave UKM. I really do not want to leave UKM. But I have to leave. Rupanya Allah bagi satu ujian yang paling dahsyat yang saya telah terima. Rupakan dia nak bagi satu perkara yang besar sekali yang saya tak pernah terfikir dalam kehidupan saya. That was the best I thought in my life. Sampai sekarang saya mohon juga kepada Allah, kalau boleh saya pergi balik bekerja di situ. It was such a beautiful place to work. Yeah, this is what they call it performance based. They don't care what time you come, what time you leave, but what they want is your target that must be met. Apa yang dia suruh buat, you must meet, you must present, and the outcome must be there. This is beautiful, ya. Itu pengalaman yang sangat manis. Dan satu lagi pengalaman saya pergi berperang, bukan berperang ya, bersama-sama mengikuti. Ramai saya rasa jururawat pergi bersama, tapi saya pergi untuk menyambut kelahiran di masa peperangan. Itu adalah satu perkara yang sangat mulia saya fikir, pengalaman saya, ya. Dan saya rasa kalau saya cerita lagi, ya, boleh saya journey. I have written a book about journey, but I have not published because bahasa Inggerisnya caca mabra. Ya, I think banyak perkara yang awak semua boleh belajar, apa yang journey yang saya lalui itu. Ya, that is beautiful about my profession. This is my 43 years in the profession. You cannot say anything about nursing, I will be. You pijak ekor about nursing, I will libas you back. That much I regard nursing as now and forever. I live with it, I love it until I die. Yep, that's all from me. Cukup? Anything else?
Terima kasih Profesor Natari dan di atas perkongsian sebentar tadi. Saya rasa ramai orang boleh mengambil iktibar bahawa bidang kejururawatan ini sangat luas skopnya hingga boleh keluar negara, sehingga boleh bersama dengan orang yang berperang, dan saya rasa itu boleh membangkitkan lagi semangat untuk kita lebih terjerumus untuk memasuki bidang kejururawatan, kerana the amount of opportunities that we can get is endless and it could come from places that we could not even expect. So I think that is a really important aspect that the audience should take note of. Dan setelah bertanya dengan Profesor Dr. Hamidah tadi, saya juga ingin bertanya kepada Cik Angeline. Bagaimana pula dengan pengalaman Cik Angeline sepanjang bekerja? Apakah pengalaman yang paling manis yang pernah dihadapi sepanjang menjadi seorang jururawat?
Okay, pengalaman yang paling manis, there's a lot actually, dan pahit pun banyak. So to be like, untuk beritahu satu pengalaman tu, okay. So let me just summarize everything lah. Okay, let's say that you are like very tired from working. When you already at work, apa masalah dekat rumah or any personal problems, you will keep aside. Dan you akan pergi ke tempat kerja with just one focus, that you wanna care for the patient and you want to do the best for the patient. So there will be time where you will go beyond what the patient needs, like contohnya when patient baru balik daripada operation, patient won't have anything to eat because it's past their lunch time. So what we do, and patient won't have any money, you know. So what we do, we usually I will go and buy food for the patient. Then I will swabkan. This is all in our scope actually. We will swabkan patient, and patient akan makan. But when we go beyond that and we help them when they really in need. So patient, the one word that patient says, like, Missy, they used to call Missy, you know, okay. So they will be saying like, Missy, terima kasih lah Missy. Semoga Missy dengan keluarga Missy direstu oleh Tuhan dan semoga panjang umur Missy. that one word shows everything. That one word it's beyond everything, you know. Itu sudah mencukupi untuk anda melakukan sesuatu yang ikhlas daripada hati. Dan pengalaman-pengalaman seperti ini yang membentuk kehidupan kita, because we are the one who's going to stay with the patient from the last breath is taken and the first breath is taken. Antara kelahiran dan kematian, kita yang akan bersama-sama dengan pesakit 24/7. And sometimes pengalaman manis kita akan berkongsi, dan during the pengalaman pahit, like when you see a patient is dying in front of you and you did all you could but still you couldn't save the patient, you have to hold back the tears and you have to console the patient's family. So I feel that the nursing is beautiful because you control everything, you know, and be the one that they need whenever that it's important. Okay, so I feel that tak kisahlah kita kerja susah ke, senang ke, tapi pengalaman yang kita akan dapat daripada membantu seorang pesakit, dan bila seseorang pesakit menghargai tugasan kita dan pertolongan kita, it just meant the world for a nurse. Dan abaikan semua kata-kata negatif yang dilunturkan oleh keluarga pesakit or anybody saying that we are not working ke apa ke, but when the patient knows how you work, that determines the quality of your working ethics. So I guess that will be the pengalaman yang paling manis. Whenever they say, "Thank you, Missy, you're the best, you're the angel," that's it. I made my day. So that's all for me.
Thank you so much for the answer. Jadi saya rasa memang benar apabila kita dapat gratification for the things that we do, the small appreciation that people show to us. Saya rasa benda itu boleh mendatangkan satu kegembiraan yang tak terhingga apabila kita telah bertukar semua bekerja dengan mereka, dengan orang yang sakit, yang susah untuk dijaga. Sesuatu perkara yang kecil sebegitu boleh membuat kita rasa bersyukur yang teramat dengan profesi yang kita ceburi ini. Dan dengan itu saya ingin bertanya juga kepada Dr. Azwa. Saya rasa memang dalam audiens akan ramai yang bertanya bagaimana caranya untuk menceburi sesebuah bidang di luar negara, kerana ya, seperti yang kami bincangkan bersama dengan Profesor Hamidah tadi, memang banyak opportunity yang kita boleh ambil, tapi bagaimana untuk kita grab the opportunity itu? How do we do it and what is the path?
Okay, terima kasih atas soalan itu, Fatimah. Right, firstly, saya rasa you need to understand that going abroad is very difficult sebab and saya rasa masa saya mulakan perjalanan ni kan, saya macam tahulah susah, tapi it's actually really hard. Because it's not just pasal kita punya studies, it's also about migration. Kalau you baca pasal migration, it changes your family dynamics, it changes your marriage dynamics, it influences your children, so banyak personal factors di situ. So it's actually really hard. So be prepared lah, and not just personally, but also when I started ni pun, I think the thing that really helped me was kita kena plan. Memang ramai orang cakap kita hanya merancang, Allah yang tentukan. Betul, tapi kita kena merancang, jangan just leave it macam tengoklah rezeki. Betul, kita tengok rezeki, tapi kita kena merancang, and then not just have plan A, you have plan A, plan B, plan C. So that was what I did throughout my PhD lah. So saya decide untuk menetap di sini masa saya tengah buat saya punya PhD, and it wasn't easy sebab saya tengok macam mana kalau saya nak dapat kejayaan ini. So you have to look at mana you nak pergi and how you going to get there. So saya tengok mana saya nak pergi dekat sini, sana saya nak capai situ, and nak capai tu banyak benda saya kena buat sekali dengan saya punya PhD. So you have to get associate fellowship dengan higher education academy. Ni contoh macam saya lah, kalau nak kerja dalam bidang akademik. So if you nak, you have to look mana you nak pergi tu and what's the requirement. So kalau macam tu saya nak kena associate fellowship, experience in teaching. So saya kena lead some tutorials dengan student dekat sini, and saya tak pernah, masa tu saya agak memang sangat nervous sebab saya tak pernah mengajar di UK kan, and students dekat sini memang lain daripada yang dekat Malaysia. And then also kena ada experience teaching, associate fellowship, what's that? Apa ni, ada associate fellowship, nursing registration, yes. So registration dengan nursing and midwifery council, which cost money and time, and you kena travel untuk pergi buat dia punya OSCE. So it's not easy, so you kena tahu apa yang you perlukan untuk pergi ke sana, and then you kena ada banyak plan macam mana you nak memenuhi all this requirement yang you nak buat tu. So for me the answer is macam mana you nak pergi abroad kan, is to plan, and you have to really commit to your plan, you have to act early, and kalau you punya plan tak jadi, what's your plan B? What's your plan C? You cannot just have that one plan. That's for me the key tu. Macam mana you nak be successful? And for me, bukannya you nak be successful, you have to work abroad. No, it depends on what is your aspiration. Apa yang you nak jadi? And just because you punya definition of kejayaan is not the same as other people, doesn't mean it's not valid. Okay, so you work for you. So apa yang you rasa, mana you nak pergi sekarang ni, it is for you, and bukannya ikut orang, semua orang pergi overseas, so you pun nak pergi overseas, because sometimes you tak ready for that reality. So think about it for yourself. Okay, so itu saya punya my advice.
Terima kasih Dr. Azwar. Jadi daripada situ kita dapat tahu yang sebenarnya untuk menyambung pelajaran dengan pelajaran dan juga mengambil opportunity ke luar negara itu sebenarnya memerlukan sangat-sangat banyak detail planning, masa dan juga effort. Jadi apa yang kita dapat nampak ialah untuk mengambil keputusan meneruskan pelajaran itu sendiri memerlukan banyak motivation dan juga effort. Jadi saya ingin bertanya juga kepada Cik Angeline, since Cik Angeline juga telah memasuki bidang kejururawatan selama 13 tahun. Jadi what made you decide to masuk kembali kepada pelajaran untuk degree in nursing after 13 years of already working in the field itself?
Okay, thank you for the question. Actually, sebenarnya saya masuk nursing sebab saya tak nak ambil exam dekat masa STPM. But when I entered nursing, the more I learn, the more I want to do it. So saya selepas saya ambil diploma, because when you are working in a government sector, you have to wait for the seniority and you have to wait for your third. So I did my post basic in orthopedic, and then I wanted to do degree for a very long time. But then situation didn't allow me to do it. So I wanted to be a change. I wanted to create a change among the nurses, because when I see the student nurses coming in, sometimes they won't follow the rounds of specialists. Dorang akan macam tak apalah kak, tak apalah staff nurse, I'll just stay here with the patient. You have to be part of the whatever decision that is made for the patient. So I want to be that change. I want to bring my ambition is to become somebody like maybe a lecturer, so that I can create student nurses who wants to give a good care for the patient. Saya nak diorang berhenti memikir yang mereka sebenarnya I'm just a staff nurse, but they should know that they are working with the doctors, not under the doctors, so that they can make the plans together. And what made me to come back for the study is like I said, I want to do some changes, and I want to change myself. I want to educate myself so that saya tak nak empty vessel make most noise, right? So I don't want to be like that. I want to educate myself so that I want to educate others also. So since I couldn't get the leave that I applied, I actually quit my job from KKM after 13 years of service, and I chose this part of education so that I'm in the belief that saying this nursing could bring me somewhere. And I believe that my thought, like ikhlas, pemikiran yang ikhlas, akan memberi inspirasi kepada semua yang ada di luar sana, that nursing is not something that you stop learning once you graduated. it's more than that. You know, it's never ending education. It's a never ending learning. So for those yang out there, jangan fikir yang okay, this is okay, nursing dah ada dah, okay, and it's never too late for you to study. So go for it, belajar boleh yang semampu yang boleh, and you will go places. Right. Thank you.
Terima kasih Cik Angeline. Daripada jawapan Cik Angeline, kita dapat tahu bahawa sebenarnya banyak lagi benda yang boleh diperbaiki untuk nurses, terutamanya dari segi mindset. Kerana kita tak boleh melihat diri kita sebagai satu staff yang hanya membantu. Padahal kita adalah antara pilar utama yang akan memegang sektor kesihatan untuk menjadikan ia lebih baik. Dan ini juga disokongi oleh Dr. Azwar bila beliau juga berkata yang kita perlu membawa perubahan yang lebih banyak untuk nurses dalam sektor perubatan itu sendiri. Jadi, terima kasih atas jawapan yang diberikan daripada Profesor Dr. Hamidah, Dr. Azwar dan juga Cik Angeline. Kini saya harap para peserta lebih menghargai jasa-jasa Barisan Harapan Nurses dalam menangani wabak pandemik dan juga dalam sektor kesihatan secara keseluruhannya. Sekali lagi saya ingin mengucapkan jutaan terima kasih kepada ketiga-tiga panel jemputan kita kerana sedia berkongsi cerita dan maklumat yang amat menarik sebentar tadi. Semoga kita akan mendapat pengajaran dan iktibar yang lebih banyak daripadanya. Sekarang sudah tiba masa untuk sesi soal jawab bersama para panel. Saya akan memilih beberapa soalan daripada penonton dari ruangan chat box, dari Zoom dan juga Facebook Live. Dan saya amat berbesar hati untuk menanyakan soalan-soalan ini kepada para panel dan harap agar anda semua boleh berkongsi pendapat dalam menjawab semua soalan tersebut. Jadi untuk soalan yang pertama ingin saya tujukan kepada Profesor Dr. Hamidah. Dan salah seorang daripada penonton ingin mengetahui apakah dorongan Profesor Hamidah dalam memasuki bidang nursing ini, dan what was your final goal? What did you want to achieve by going into nursing? Because you have achieved so much in going to outer states and going through war and all that. So how did you have that vision since the beginning, and how did you cope with having to go so far?
Oh, that's a very hard scientific question that you are asking me. But anyway, basically I don't have any vision from the very beginning. I do not want to be a nurse too. I want to be a teacher. Yeah, I really want to be a teacher, but at that time there was a temporary teacher and so forth. But I thought that that's not good for my future. That was years back, yeah, 43 years back. But I remember when I joined nursing, I started already to be about myself. That is myself. I thought I'm a hardworking staff. I'm a hardworking staff nurses at that time. But if you ask your lecturer now, your previous your current lecturers now, you can ask Dr. Jalina ke, Dr. Roshaya ke, Dr. Hadi ke. I'm a very determined kind of person, and I'm a very hardworking. I should say. I should pat my shoulder. Yeah. I do not know how to curi tulang actually. I really don't know. Memang sangat very enthusiastic, very active. I thought all the way through. But apa yang saya nampak pada diri saya ialah saya sentiasa ikhlas. Saya sentiasa ikhlas apa saya melakukan sesuatu sampai sekarang. Jadi saya rasa apabila ada perasaan ikhlas, ya, really want to teach the student, really want to prepare your slide, really want to serve the patient, really want to deliver this speech, you really ikhlas. I use the word ikhlas. I think I pass this word ikhlas to most of my staff. Maka saya rasa terpancar the outcome. I thought, ya, jangan kata I punya diri, but I am not. That's very important. Satu, apabila kita berada di atas, ya, kita janganlah shock sendiri. Kita janganlah rasa kita lah yang terbaik. Tak, malah you should work with the down people. I always work. I have like last time I have 12 or 13 clinical instructors. Now they are all your lecturers. I always work together with them because they are the one who support me. They are the one who really work for me. I work very less with my staff like lecturers and those people because they are my rival, I thought. But orang-orang di bawahan itu I think sangat penting kerana mereka lah kita berada di sini. So I thought that's very important. Kita jangan pandang rendah mereka. Until now I can see a lot of compliment given. They are all my staff yang masa dulu mereka adalah my clinical instructors. I didn't see my head of department puji saya kat sini, I tak nampak pun. But those, they miss me until now. Your current lecturers now, they miss me until now. I should say. So I think keikhlasan is penting dalam apa juga pekerjaan. Jangan fikir diri sendiri. That's not important. You always think about others. Yep. Thank you. That's from me. I thought that's me. Okay.
Terima kasih Profesor Dr. Hamidah. From there we can learn that sebenarnya apa yang membawa beliau jauh bukanlah satu motivasi semata-mata tapi merupakan attitude terhadap kerjaya sebagai jururawat itu sendiri. Bukan sahaja kita perlu tengok perkara itu sebagai satu goal tapi kita perlu ambil tahu bahawa dalam setiap step yang kita ambil sepanjang kerjaya ini kita perlu ada banyak keikhlasan, rasa rendah diri dan juga kita perlu ada determination untuk berjalan ke hadapan. Baru kita boleh mengorak langkah yang seterusnya. Dan banyak juga Profesor Dr. Hamidah berkata tentang keikhlasan. One of the questions daripada audience yang agak banyak diulang-ulang is di Malaysia mereka berpendapat yang nursing ini sebenarnya adalah satu kerjaya yang sangat underpaid. Jadi saya ingin bertanya kepada Cik Angeline, adakah correlation of being underpaid as a nurse true and should we actually be accepting of it in terms of keikhlasan or should a change come for the betterment of the nurses themselves at work?
Okay, to be honest, yes, I feel that we are underpaid for the work that we do. It's out of the question, like, okay, keikhlasan is from within ourselves, but how the government or how other people appreciate us is just by the salary, right? So I feel that untuk menghargai seseorang jururawat, maybe they can give a raise to the salary. Dan setengah jururawat yang mungkin dah burn out, like they might have a burnout syndrome and they like work non-stop like during this COVID pandemic. Mereka kerja tanpa henti, they don't even go and visit their parents at kampung. They just work without going out anywhere. They don't have any sort of entertainment or to release their mind. So I feel that maybe it will be a good idea if they can raise a salary of the nurses, because it can be as an dorongan kepada mereka untuk melakukan lebih banyak tugasan dengan ikhlas hati. It's just like an appreciation, and yeah, that is my answer for that.
Terima kasih Cik Angeline. Apa yang saya dapat simpulkan dari jawapan itu is memang kita perlu ikhlas dalam setiap pekerjaan yang kita buat, tidak kira if we are underpaid or even paid at all. But at the same time kita perlu ambil tahu yang sebenarnya dari segi keikhlasan itu sendiri datang daripada dalam diri kita, tapi bagaimana orang lain untuk appreciate nursing itu sendiri, kita perlu ada bantuan tambahan seperti mendapat gaji yang setimpal dengan usaha kita untuk menjadi ikhlas dalam pekerjaan jururawat yang tidak mudah ini. Jadi untuk soalan yang seterusnya, ada satu soalan yang amat spesifik ditujukan kepada Dr. Azwa. Izinkan saya untuk membaca soalan tersebut. Salam Dr. Azwa, I have a question. Now I am doing PJJ degree and planning to further for masters. What is your opinion if I choose genetic counselor course instead and I'm involved in genetic neuro currently? I'm interested in more genetics, and is this course willing to give a contribution for nursing, or how big of it is it a chance to expand further in the field of nursing in terms of neurogenetics?
Right, thank you Fatima. I think interesting question, but I think it's a very niche punya specialty. I'm not sure, but I think I pernah dengar genetic counselling in nursing. I'm sure ada, and I think benda yang niche ni, I say niche, I don't mean in a bad way, sebab saya rasa bila you ada specialty yang orang lain tak ada, then you become an asset. So it's an advantage. So yes, definitely, if you feel that is your passion, then you should pursue it. No matter apa, saya rasa kalau kita tak minat sesuatu kan, walaupun itulah pilihan orang ramai. Saya bukanlah selalu nak bandingkan dengan doktor, tapi saya banyak kali jumpa doktor yang sebenarnya tak nak jadi doktor pun, and they end up depressed. So even if your choice is a popular choice and you get there tapi you tak happy kan, it doesn't mean anything to you. So kalau you rasa you nak pursue that specialty and that is your passion, and then just yes, please go ahead. And I'm sure somewhere genetic counselling, saya rasa macam pernah dengar nursing punya branch, but anyway, but in any case you should still do your own reading lah. But I'm sure in some other in a lot of countries overseas ada. I'm not sure about Malaysia, tapi macam saya kata, just because kita dah kerja overseas doesn't mean you cannot sumbang dekat nursing in Malaysia. But also look up dengan apa choice dekat Malaysia yang ada untuk genetic counselling in nursing. So that is for your own reading, but my take away message is apa yang you rasa you suka, you minat, you should pursue it.
Terima kasih Dr. Azwa. Jadi yang kita dapat tahu is whatever you are interested in, we should pursue, because determination and having the interest of doing so will actually motivate you to be longer in that degree or in that field. So daripada segi itu saya juga ingin bertanya kepada Profesor Dr. Hamidah, is it possible for us to venture out to more specific masters, for example, if we want to, tapi kita tak ada minat pun? Is it possible for us to go through it? And what would your advice be for the people who nak teruskan for the sake of their careers?
Okay, I think for the future challenges that you guys are facing, I think there's no reason why you are not going for master. There's no reason, I think, because cabarannya lagi hebat. Because the norms, the usual thing that we used to do before will never come again. I'm telling you. So therefore, the higher you go, the better you will become as a nurse in this profession, because you need this kind of skills other than basic skill, other than communication skill, other than things like whatever skill, therapeutic and so forth. But there are the different set of skill that you should learn, you know, for the future. Believe me, because I still remember what Jack Ma said. Everything will be replaced by a robot, most of the thing. Kalau misal kata zaman COVID ni ya, kesianlah rakan-rakan kita yang di lapangan itu ya, they risk their life. But if the task can be replaced by a robot, why not? Why not we replace them? So, but where are we now as a nurse? We are the one who's facilitate to innovate, to collaborate, to make partners, you know, all this kind of thing, to search, and these are the things that we develop and put it into the robotic terms, you see. So we need more kind of these nurses in the future, more intellectual. So in order to be more intellectual, you have to go further. You have to enhance your education, enhance your academic performance. Academic mean bukan saja kita duduk belajar what is nursing. We are teaching about professional development, research based and things, this kind of things. These are the future nurses that we need. Although you have some component of fundamental of nursing, but more to it is more on the leadership dan sebagainya. I think daripada dulu sampai sekarang, kalau saya jumpa staff saya di HUKM, saya tanya, kamu dah buat bachelor? Pada masa itu saya sudah nampak. Ada yang sampai lari tak nak menjawab saya, they hide themselves. Yeah, they don't want to answer me because to them, enhance their education or go for further study, it's really a bothersome. No, not now. The more you go, the better chance you will face the future, I think. But if you remain stagnant, you can count your days, I thought, in the future. You will be far behind left. by the development of the healthcare transformation. Banyak benda-benda yang akan berlaku dalam perkara-perkara yang baru. So I myself was amazed how you Cik Fatima conduct this, handle this. I can really see the way you handle the technology, the way you handle the communication, which is, I think, I took many years, 40 years to be like you now. You see how to talk in front, how to be more confident. I think these are very important. That is the reason many intellectual nurses are thinking about redeveloping the curriculum. Now, 3 days from today, we are going to talk about it in India. So I'm one of the speakers, but I have not blast the flyers because this is a collaboration between UMS and India. We're having an international collaborative conference. So because benda ni berbayar, saya rasa okay, sorry Farah, I always perception kalau bayar orang tak datang kan gitu kan. So anyway, I will try to blast it. I will try. But I think kalau ikut wang kita lebih kurang RM30 lah ya. They charge it. It's not we who charge it. You see, we are the collaborators. So I think we are talking about the future plan of nurses, and bit and pieces here and there. One day it will happen. Definitely, it will happen to you, and you have a long way. Cik Fatima and the rest of you now who is attending this conference, you have a long way to go. Really, you must foresee what is coming. You try to foresee what is coming in until 2050. Look at the literature, what is happening to nursing in 2050. I've seen it. It is very frightening. By that time, I think saya sudah bongkok C. I already very old. Probably I may not be able. May not be in this world anymore. Yeah, these are the things that yeah, I can foresee. So I think there's no reason. I fully 100%, if not 200%, encourage everyone should go for specialization. Mastery means specialization. Okay, is that all from me? Cukup kah?
Thank you, Profesor Dr. Hamidah. That is really insightful. Sebab sekarang ni kita dapat tahu yang sebenarnya specialization itu amat diperlukan, bukan saja untuk sekarang, tapi di masa hadapan sebagai ahli-ahli kesihatan itu sendiri. Because right now things will be different and it is moving to a different direction as we are. Dan kita perlu broaden our skill set untuk kita dapat cope dalam penambahbaikan in the future. So itu apa yang saya dapati daripada jawapan Profesor Dr. Hamidah, harap ia mencukupi. Dan ada lagi satu soalan yang saya tengok amat banyak kali diulang kerana saya rasa kita termasuk dengan pelajar sekolah-sekolah juga. Soalan itu adalah how important it is for males to enter this field of study. How important are males in nursing itself, and are they needed? So untuk soalan ini saya ingin tunjukkan kepada Cik Angeline, since you are already in the sector in itself, you have worked there for a long time. How much do you need male nurses in a hospital setting itself?
Okay. How much do we? We need them a lot. Anda dipersilakan untuk apply for nursing because nursing needs strength, and usually we, like, you know, those women, they don't have that strength much to carry the patients, or in order to like move the patients to position them or anything. So in terms of male nurses, I think that it will be very much good collaboration in order to give a quality care patient. There are some certain field like spinal division, and also like ICU. So these are the places that we like mostly needing manpower, you know, who needs so much of power and strength to move the patient from one bed to another bed and to position them. And we should have male nurses, and actually they are already starting to like know about nursing, and they already like starting to apply for it, a lot of them. And for those yang out there, jangan rasa kerja jururawat ini only for the girls. Bukan. Nurses dimaksudkan sebagai nurses kerana kerja diorang, bukan disebabkan oleh gender yang diorang pamerkan. So I guess that male, all the guys outside, please come forward to apply for nursing. You guys will do wonderful job and be sincere in whatever that you guys do, and that is what matters most. Thank you.
Terima kasih Cik Angeline. Jadi saya juga ingin bertanya kepada Dr. Azwa yang bekerja di setting luar negara. Is because the perception of male nurses in Malaysia is not necessarily acceptable as we are. Jadi adakah situasi ini situasi yang sama di negara lain juga? Adakah male nurses di luar negara juga menghadapi satu persepsi yang sama dari segi they're discriminated in being a nurse because it's usually a woman's job? Are they valued as much as other nurse in Malaysia?
Ya, one of the things yang saya notice lah bila saya datang sini kan, gender discussion is a big issue. And when I say big issue, saya bukan maksudkan teruk lelaki masuk dalam nursing, tidak. Mereka berpendapat kat sini that men dengan women ni sama, equality of genders, okay? And benda ni kita boleh discuss dengan sangat dalam di Malaysia. Tapi apa yang saya ingin sampaikan sini dalam nursing, dalam konteks profession nursing, tiada beza. What a male nurse can do, a female nurse can also do. In fact, dekat sini saya tak pernah lagi dengar orang refer to a male nurse as a male nurse, just nurse sahaja. Saya kenal ramai kawan saya di sini yang buat PhD dengan saya dan juga yang participant dalam research saya dalam in my PhD research who are male nurses. They work in research, they work in mental health, they work in adult nursing, and memang bagi saya tiada that kind of stigma and discrimination. In fact, masa saya saat saya baru bersalin baru ni kan, midwife saya yang datang tu dia cakap dia ada satu male midwife on shift sekarang sebab saya request untuk perempuan saja dalam bilik, and then dia kata dia only have one male midwife, and then dia tak rasa macam he will attend to me lah. Oh, saya okay, saya tak apa. So for me it's not discrimination because that's what context dengan nak bersalin. But apa yang saya nak cakap ialah midwife pun ada lelaki, and midwife tu bagi tahu saya dia that male midwife selalu handle cases because he's a midwife dekat unit tu, and a lot of people applaud his work. So tapi dia fahamlah dalam konteks saya culturally, religiously saya prefer female midwife. So but then it provides a kind of preference lah untuk people and variety untuk people. So saya rasa overseas dekat at least here in the UK there's no issue male or female nurses. The issue is what they always talk about is lelaki lagi cepat naik dalam nursing. There's a glass elevator for men in nursing sebab majority of nurses are women, tetapi majority of nurse managers are men. So itu jadikan satu issue, and also the issue that they talk about is the gender pay gap. Lelaki dibayar lebih dalam nursing untuk kerja yang sama perempuan buat. So that's the issues that they talk about. Bila saya cakap there's a big issue in gender lah. Tapi diskriminasi antara diskriminasi about men becoming nurses itu tak ada. Mereka sangat alukan.
Terima kasih Dr. Azwa. Kita boleh menyimpulkan bahawa sebenarnya tak kira gender lelaki atau perempuan, nurses is needed regardless of their genders, but rather they should be focused on the expertise yang dia ada dan cara dia, etika pekerjaan sebagai seorang nurse sendiri. Dan malah ada juga pesakit-pesakit yang mungkin memerlukan ataupun lebih prefer male nurses in some situations, terutamanya dalam menjaga. So kita kena menjaga autonomi dan juga keselesaan pesakit itu sendiri. Jadi soalan seterusnya saya ingin tujukan kepada Profesor Dr. Hamidah daripada chat box. Salah seorang peserta telah bertanya mengenai peluang pekerjaan seorang fresh graduate. Jadi some institutes don't accept fresh graduates into their hospital. So if this happens, how do we cope and how do we gain the experience if no hospitals or little hospitals could accept fresh graduates? How do we cope with this, and is it fair for the fresh graduates? Thank you.
Thank you for that question. I think I don't believe such thing happen. A nurse will never go hungry, really. Now is the trend that you guys are very selective. because you have so much offer, you have so much of opportunity to go. Where about you want to go? Because some people they demand they want to be near the house, some they want to work tak nak kerja dekat tempat yang jauh daripada jauh pendalaman and things like that. But I never believe that nurses has got no job. Satu. Yang keduanya, okay, in terms of selection, most institution the cut-off point is 3 CGPA. The higher the CGPA, the better will be the performance. That is the assumption of this organization or ataupun stakeholders. But I think their perception is quite wrong. A lot of studies said if you work in that place, if you work in that place for a certain period of years, you can compare dengan orang yang the higher the entry, the better is the outcome. Itu it is comparable. Maknanya kalau awak yang CGPA low than 2.5 atau low than 3, if diberi peluang untuk bekerja di satu tempat dalam waktu masa yang agak lama, guide bimbing dia, mereka adalah comparable, sama baik dengan yang CGPA itu yang tinggi. Therefore, I think we have to tukar mindset of these stakeholders. Give peluang, because tak semestinya you bagus in theory, you are good at practical aspect. Majority of students and majority of the outcomes of the study is orang yang tak berapa bagus dalam teori, dia sangat bagus dekat clinical. Orang yang bagus dalam teori, dia tak bagus di clinical. That was the most of the study says, you see. So tapi kita susah untuk membuka minda stakeholders ini kerana mereka percaya yang the higher the entry, the higher the grade, the better is the performance. So jadi to be fair with both side, saya cadangkan pelajar-pelajar dan future jururawat sekalian, berlumba-lumbalah kamu. Berlumba-lumbalah kamu mencapai the success, because success itu bukannya accident, kita yang boleh menentukan, insyaAllah. Yeah. So therefore, I think in order to be fair with you, in order to be fair with the organization, work hard. Look at the success underneath of the iceberg too. You have to go through cabaran-cabaran itu. Okay. Next. Is it okay for me? From me?
Yes, that is actually excellent. Thank you, Professor Dr. Hamidah. There's also actually another question untuk Professor, I think regarding presentation webinar sebentar tadi. Salah seorang peserta ada bertanya, Professor, why is nursing profession, which we know one of the oldest professions in Malaysia, is improving slowly compared to the profession in other countries? How is it so far of a gap?
I think he missed my small little statistic that I did on my slide. Yeah, because it has to do with penghargaan ini it has to do with the high performance. Kalau kita tengok dari zaman William Harvey, that's how medicine started. Sampailah ke tahap ini. Majority of the public ataupun masyarakat menyanjung tinggi bidang kedoktoran ini. Satu, mereka kemasukan itu terlalu tinggi sampai sekarang kalau tak ada 4 CGPA flat, you cannot enter medicine. So they maintain the criteria. That is one criteria adalah pengukuran. Sebab saya cakap ada you tadi the people, the culture, they still regard the qualification, the entry qualification to as the cut-off point to see that, oh, he's good man, smart. So this is what happened in nursing. Nursing started from a very lowest pola of a profession. Kalau kita ikut sejarah jururawat, mula daripada perempuan-perempuan yang hina, perempuan-perempuan yang miskin, perempuan-perempuan yang ditinggal oleh suami, perempuan-perempuan yang tidak pekerjaan, perempuan-perempuan yang peminta sedekah. That's how it started. The history started and implicate the profession until now. So Tapi US, dia kata kita dalam kurun masa yang ke-17, 18 mereka sudah bergerak awal untuk memasukkan program ini ke higher institution. Higher institution mean either a minimum college or university. Mereka sudah bergerak. Mereka letakkan program itu di higher institution. Therefore, mereka bergerak. Mereka sudah boleh produce PhD. Mereka produce a lot of scholars. You see, they have produced hundreds and thousands of practitioners. And advanced role tu memang sudah wujud sebelum kurun masa ke-21 ini. Beratus-ratus ribu. Saya rasa masa saya baca last year, it was 300 over 1,000 all over America that nurses already developed the advanced role ini. Bukan sahaja jururawat. Advanced role maknanya clinical nurse specialist, general practitioner and things like that. But kita ni bermula dengan pinjaman program kita dalam tahun 1050-an. Amerika sudah naik, kita baru pinjam kurikulum orang. Itu pun kita bertaraf sijil. It's not even diploma. So for a sijil to go diploma, it take longer years to acknowledge, to get it approved. From diploma to bachelor, sama tinggi. Diploma we started the early 80s ya. Almost satu kurun jugalah kita nak dapatkan daripada diploma ke sijil ke diploma ke bachelor. But now you are already at that level. The starting pointnya is at that level. Memang the world demand in every countries at minimum 80% of the nurses must be with bachelor level. Ya, bachelor tu sebab masukkan kamu tinggi. Kalau kamu tidak ada STPM, kalau kamu tidak ada matrikulasi, kalau kamu tidak ada 5 tahun pengalaman, you cannot enter this program because this program is difficult. Yeah? So that is how it works. So from there you boleh memula dah. Kamu dah potong jalan dah, tidak ada sijil, tidak ada diploma. You straight away go to masters and PhD. This is how. But we are late. Kita bolehlah kita rumuskan, kita lambat 100 tahun ke belakang. Jadi pengiktirafan tu lambat. Until COVID datang. Bila COVID came, there goes the spark of the acknowledgement, the spark of unprecedented praises, thanking and so forth. So sudah bermula di zaman di almost pertengahan abad ke-21, anak-anak sekalian yang risau, your future is there. Your future is there. The whole nation already acknowledge you. Kalau dia tak acknowledge juga lagi pengorbanan kita, you dig my mayat nanti and let me bangun jadi hantu and curse all this public for not acknowledging the nurses. Never mind, we are slow. Kan saya kata tadi, it takes a longer process to become a butterfly. You have to face the hurdle. Liku-liku hidup itu kamu kena. Belum lagi saya cerita, saya memang takut untuk menceritakan kepada awak semua mengenai cabaran yang akan kamu hadapi semasa awak di clinical area. I don't want to touch about it. If I touch, semua nanti akan lari. Dr. Roshaya akan bagi saya teks, dia akan marah saya. So I don't want to say that. But I tell you, you have to wait. The challenges after challenges is there. It's not easy to reach at that level like Dr. Azwa. Yeah, it's not easy. She already told you, it's not easy. It's never easy, never ever. Tapi kamu bersabarlah. Memang Al-Quran bercakap, sabar itulah satu yang paling yang Allah minta. Sabarlah, kan? Gitu. Is it okay for me?
Ya, Profesor Tarida. Saya rasa jawapan itu amat kondusif ya. Sedia sangat meluas jawapan tersebut dan saya rasa boleh memberi banyak manfaat kepada peserta-peserta kita yang tanya soalan sebentar tadi. Dan bercakap juga tentang meneruskan pelajaran untuk ke specialization dan sebagainya. Saya rasa dah ramai peserta yang berkobar-kobar setelah mendengar tentang pengalaman Cik Angelin, Dr. Azwan,
that's good.
Dr. Hamidah. Sebab sekarang ni ramai yang dah mula bertanya, saya tengok di chat box tentang bagaimana caranya untuk meneruskan ke masters dan juga PhD. Apakah cara dan apakah keperluan yang mereka perlu ada sebelum meneruskan perjalanan tersebut. Dan soalan ni saya rasa saya boleh buka kepada Dr. Azwan maupun Profesor Dr. Hamidah untuk bentangkan.
So Fatimah boleh repeat soalan sekali?
a lot of the participants dah mula untuk bertanya tentang bagaimana caranya untuk masuk ke specialization, apakah yang mereka perlukan ataupun apa yang mereka perlu ada untuk meneruskan perjalanan dalam masters dan juga PhD.
Okay, saya rasa itu depends on what specialty and di mana. Yang saya tahu konteks di UK lah, tiada minimum you kena clinical experience berapa tahun. Yang you kena ada degree, and then it depends you punya your specialization tu nak which kind of specialization lah. Sorry, saya a bit distracted. I think you can understand why. Yes, so your special. So soalan tu tadi macam mana kita nak masuk ke specialty tu lah. So you need to read up on your specific specialty yang you nak ambil tu, and di mana you nak buat, kat Malaysia ke, kat negara mana ke, and plan lah macam saya cakap. Baca. Banyak benda sekarang kita dah boleh buat online because of COVID. So it's also ada hikmah dia lah, banyak benda online, banyak information kita boleh cari sekarang. So look for it and plan for your future. And kan kita tahu kita nak, let's say you nak jadi this specialty, orthopedic ke, ataupun you nak specialize in nursing research. So how you going to get there? Banyak resources, and where, kat mana tu pun main peranan juga, sebab requirement di setengah tempat semua berbeza. So do your reading, do your own research lah on how to get there.
Terima kasih Dr. Azwar. Profesor Dr. Hamidah nak tambah apa-apa ke kepada jawapan tersebut?
Yeah, I like that question. Macam mana nak buat masters ya? You must think masters is a specialization. Pengkhususan yang mesti kamu ada, yang mesti kamu rasa bangga that you have it. So I think some institution akan memberi kekangan kepada kamu. Oh, you cannot take masters. Or some agency ataupun some institution akan kata you don't need a master's level. You see, you only need a post basic level. I think that's not true. In the future, the post basic yang mereka ada itu akan probably bertukar kepada mastery, sebab this is a mix of academic and skill. Ya, pengkhususan academic and skill. Ya, and I should say no one should stop you from doing masters. Nobody. Walaupun CGPA you 2.5 masa you buat bachelor, if you ada institusi yang boleh menawarkan untuk mastery 2.5, you go for the institution. Because master is a must, I thought. Because bachelor is your foundation, first degree. Master is a specialization. So there's no question about, I still remember, you know, you cannot come into mastery because your CGPA is lower than 2.5. This is an insult kind of institution yang menghalang. Kalaulah dia nak jadi guru ataupun lecturer, of course you must give a cut-off point. If you want to be a lecturer, your CGPA for mastery must be 3 and above. Tapi there are many, the most of the nurses that they are working in the ward. How many will go into the university? Those are working in the ward. You should not stop them also from going for master. They should go for masters. It is a different kind of training. It is a different kind of outcome. You can imagine, you can compare the nurses with masters working in the ward and the nurses with fewer years experience working in the ward with post-basic. It is totally different. So I really should recommend you all, for whatever, for better, for worse, go for masters. Prepare yourself. Is that okay from me?
Yes, that's totally fine, Profesor Hamidah. Boleh saya tanya if ada mana-mana rujukan yang mereka boleh pergi untuk tengok tentang specifications on how to masuk dalam specialization ni, if there are any websites that we might give to the participants?
But I think this generation of yours is a generation of IT. You can explore, as Dr. Azwar said, you can explore, you can go under the sun, all over the world. You can. There's so many opportunities. The restriction is not there. There's no boundary. Explore. But you must understand what specialization yang you nak. Itu sebab di akhir tahun bachelor itu memang ada some specialization. Itu adalah clue sebenarnya. Ada yang buat ICU, ada yang buat pediatric, ada yang buat pergi management, ada yang buat research. These are the clues for you all to enhance your education into mastery. So that's how you develop yourself. Nanti I think the department will brief you how to go about going for mastery. Yeah, I mean, yeah, later. Well, we can talk also after this. Yeah.
Thank you, Profesor Dr. Hamidah. Jadi saya rasa memang untuk dari segi what to do untuk masuk ke masters ataupun PhD, tidak ada satu definite answer yang boleh diberikan kepada peserta kerana perkara tersebut mempunyai pelbagai cabang dan juga pelbagai bidang. Jadi untuk kita mengetahui lebih lanjut atau untuk macam mana untuk kita move ke hadapan dari segi kerjaya sebagai seorang jururawat, memang kita perlu membaca dengan lebih banyak dan juga kita perlu tahu di akhir hari ataupun di akhir kerjaya kita dekat mana kita mahu berada. Jadi dari segi pembacaan semua kita perlu ambil tahu tentang perkembangan semasa dan sebagainya. Jadi salah satu juga soalan daripada peserta kita, saya rasa ini lebih sesuai ditujukan kepada Cik Angeline kerana Cik Angeline sendiri merupakan seorang pelajar sekarang. What do you learn in nursing studies, and also how do you prepare yourself to enter this learning experience? Is there anything that you think the students need to know before they start to venture inside nursing?
Alright, before I answer that question, I must say thank you to Prof. Hamidah. You are very good. You actually inspire me in every answer that you give. Thank you so much for the inspiration and for the answer. Okay, as a student, what do you need to be as a student? Is it your question?
What do you need, and also what do you think they should know on what they will learn later on dan sebagainya?
Alright, okay. Since now, semua dah memang pandai IT, like how the Prof said. So sekarang memang semua dah pandai IT, and no one will go into a nursing course without knowing what is nursing actually. Not like me. I went to nursing without knowing what's the scope of the job, right? So for the para peserta yang ada dekat luar sana yang ingin menjadi jururawat dan ingin, all you need is the passion. What do you want? What do you want to do to others? How do you want to care for others? So that's the passion that will lead you forward. The passion that will lead you forward. So bila you dah ada passion tu, no obstacles that face in future that will not become a problem for you to stop you from becoming a nurse. So start slow, but definitely you will go way further than what you are planning to go, because nursing is a never-ending learning, and you have to be passionate, like I said, and also kena rajin membaca. Because when we want to be up to the par and we want to know about patients, we must have some knowledge about the penyakit, the diagnosis, and everything. So study well, study smart, and be passionate in order to give care for the patients, because you're going to be with them 24/7, and you are the one that they will be looking up to. Right, thank you.
Terima kasih Cik Angeline. Jadi saya rasa apa yang kami boleh dapat daripada itu adalah apa yang kita perlu equip dari segi persediaan untuk menjadi pelajar adalah kita perlu ada sebuah kemahuan untuk mengetahui lebih lanjut tentang nursing itu sendiri untuk kita teruskan. Sebab nursing ini bukanlah satu kos yang mudah, tapi ia juga bukanlah satu kos yang terlalu susah sehingga tidak boleh dihadapi, kerana setiap cabaran itu perlu diberi masa dan diberi fokus supaya boleh diselesaikan masalah satu persatu. Jadi sebagai pengakhiran kepada sesi Q&A ini, saya rasa soalan terakhir yang kita boleh berikan dan rumuskan adalah apakah nasihat yang utama yang anda boleh berikan sebagai seorang panel kepada peserta-peserta kita pada hari ini? Selain yang semua yang kita telah bincangkan, apa lagi yang message yang kita perlu share bersama dengan peserta kita? Mungkin kita boleh bermula dengan Profesor Dr. Hamidah dulu.
Lagi sekali, lagi nak lagi. Okay.
Message terakhir daripada semua panel kepada peserta-peserta kita.
Saya bermula sebagai pelajar jururawat early 70s. Tadi saya dah cakap ya. Sampailah sekarang is already late 20s, 2021, I don't know ya. Dan saya tidak pernah menyesal. Kalau saya boleh cerita perjalanan hidup saya sebagai seorang jururawat, liku-likunya lebih dahsyat daripada awak. Zaman saya adalah zaman kesusahan, full of kesusahan. Kemudian the growth is very very slow. Tapi saya tidak pernah menyesal sebagai seorang jururawat, never. Sehingga sekarang 43 tahun, I'm still a nurse. I am proud to say that I am a nurse. Dulu saya kulum-kulum juga lah mulut saya kalau di depan khalayak ramai sebab masyarakat memandang rendah sebagai jururawat ya. Tapi sekarang tak. Openly I said, I am a nurse. So I think that is the image that saya dah saya rasa ya, yang saya rasa sebagai seorang jururawat, sebagai seorang ibu, sebagai seorang isteri, sebagai seorang Muslim, sebagai seorang rakyat Malaysia, saya rasa saya sudah memainkan peranan yang cukup baik untuk memertabatkan kejururawatan di Malaysia. I think so. Sorry kalau saya cakap begitu ya. I have done my level best. Ya. Ya.
Terima kasih Profesor Dr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it certainly is the best sebab saya tengok ramai peserta yang rasa amat bersemangat setelah mendengar apa namanya rasa malah kita punya panel juga telah menyuarakan pendapat bahawa beliau pun juga berasa amat bersemangat apabila mendengar jawapan dan terasa terinspirasi, dan kami berharap daripada program ini boleh disebarkan inspirasi tersebut kepada semua orang, semua 1,000 peserta kita pada hari ini akan dapat mengambil inspirasi dan iktibar daripadanya. Jadi seterusnya saya dipersilakan kepada
one thing saya nak tanya, hold on before you proceed to the next question. Adakah anda semua rasa keikhlasan saya mengeluarkan isi hati saya terhadap kejururawatan? Did you feel that how sincere I am of telling it out what is nursing all about? Do you feel it? Please put it if yes. Then I'm happy. Really, I'm telling it sincerely to you. I never regret what I have done, and I appreciate what I have contributed to the profession in the country. That's all from me, cukup.
Terima kasih Profesor Dr. Hamidah di atas pesanan tersebut. Jadi seterusnya kami ingin bertanya pula kepada Dr. Azwar tentang pesanan terakhir beliau kepada semua peserta kita pada hari ini secara ringkas.
Okay, so pesanan saya rasa macam target audience kat sini ada yang belum masuk nursing, sedang masuk nursing, sudah dalam nursing. So saya rasa secara menyeluruhnya, macam saya rasa saya masih muda dalam kerjaya saya untuk bagi advice. Tapi saya rasa setakat inilah dalam saya punya experience, saya rasa yang paling penting di sini ialah that one what I said about grit. You have to have passion and persevere. Nursing ni bukan macam mana, it's not easy but it's worth it. Yeah, it's very much worth it. So jangan rasa macam nursing ni susah lah, saya tak nak masuk this bidang ni sebab susah. I'll tell you it's difficult but it's very very worth it. And if you feel macam this bidang ni dekat Malaysia tak maju lah, then you tengok dekat mana maju, and then macam mana you nak compare dengan Malaysia untuk majukan bidang itu di Malaysia. Okay, so always pandang ke depan. Ada cita-cita kita tu, jangan setakat cita-cita, plan about how you're going to get there, and then you make sure you get there and bring others with you, support each other. That's one thing yang saya nak cakap to people who are already in nursing. We are not in competition with each other, we are not rivals, we are all colleagues. So bring each other forwards. So kita bukan support diri kita sendiri saja untuk sampai ke cita-cita kita. And this is something I think I've learned throughout my PhD lah, especially dengan culture dekat sini, ialah you really help each other. Itu saya rasa pesanan terakhir daripada saya. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Dr. Azwar. Jadi akhir sekali kami ingin mendengar sedikit pesanan terakhir daripada Cik Angeline, panelis terakhir kita untuk semua peserta kita pada hari ini.
Okay, thank you moderator. Okay, pesanan terakhir saya ni sebagai seorang yang pernah bekerja dan sebagai seorang student ingin memberitahu kepada semua para peserta yang di luar sana yang mungkin seorang staff nurse, mungkin seorang student yang mungkin tengah graduate dan tidak dapat kerja lagi. I am telling you, nursing is the best choice that you ever made in your life. And kalau masyarakat di luar sana, kalau mereka tidak menghargai usaha anda ataupun kerja anda, it's okay. Tell yourself, you did a good job. And never underestimate your power as a nurse because you do wonders and you touch every patient's life that you won't even know. All right? That's my last message. Thank you.
Terima kasih Cik Angeline atas pesanan ringkas sebentar tadi. Dan terima kasih juga kepada semua. Sesi sebentar tadi merupakan sesi yang amat menarik. Saya berharap kita mempunyai lebih banyak masa untuk menjawab semua soalan yang luar dari jangkaan daripada semua peserta kita. Tapi malangnya masa amat mencemburui kita semua dan kita terpaksa datang ke pengakhiran program pada hari ini. Jadi setelah berbincang dengan lama dari segi sesi webinar dan juga forum, telah banyak kita belajar dan mengambil iktibar bukan sahaja tentang persepsi dan cabaran sebagai seorang jururawat, tapi jika kita dapat membincang tentang cara penyelesaian kepada masalah-masalah tersebut dan juga kita dapat membangkitkan semangat semua pelajar sama ada sudah masuk nursing, yang belum masuk nursing ataupun yang kini berada dalam nursing untuk menjadi lebih baik dalam bidang mereka dan meneruskan pelajaran mereka sehingga ke PhD dan jika boleh lebih daripada itu. Seterusnya kami ingin mengambil gambar kenang